What it do? What it do? It's your girl coming to you live. I guess this would be considered still Thanksgiving weekend, last day of y'all niggas being able to stay at home on vacation. Wake y'all asses up. I'm here with my co-host.
Real name Ray, 313 Detroit Stand Up. That's it. That's my intro.
Hey, no further ado,
we definitely all still, bro. Anybody just sit here and just start talking, just being rude. But shout out to the breakdown crew for letting us grace y'all with on y'all show. I probably said that wrong, but it is what it is. Slitchy703, man. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me everywhere. Slitchy Light Clothing.
It's the life. Let's get it.
It's the life. Go ahead, Mike.
It's your boy Mike Ryder, man. Follow me on Twitter at mryder23. I've been promoting my podcast. I've been promoting the Underdogs. We on YouTube. We on Spotify, Anchor. My personal one is Mike Ryder Talks. You can catch me on every platform. Mike Ryder Talks. I ain't gonna do the long intro. It's the man behind the microphone. I ain't got the professional mic. You know what? It's the man behind the microphone. Mr. Accountability. All that, man. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Hold on 1 minute. I'm trying to share a little bit. Yeah, and this is the home of fuck your feelings about our opinions. In the words of the beautiful Jasmine Sullivan, pick your feelings up and you can do that at the next available exit. Tay-Rock might be holding the door for you. Anyway, I'm just being petty. Let me stop. Tay-Rock, I'm just being funny. Just trying to bring a little holiday cheer. But anyway, listen.
You starting already? You don't start
this
early.
Right?
You don't usually start
this
early.
What? The devil
is... with it. You wait a few minutes. Let's get it though.
No, I just we were supposed to do a show Wednesday, then Ray was supposed to do one Thursday. Shout out to Danny and her podcast on the breakdown crew. Friday nights with Danny. It's always lit. But yeah, we were supposed to do a show Wednesday or Thursday and kind of talk about these battles. Well, what Prep and them came. Well, no, JC and Prep. Yeah, that was the big talk of everybody. And then the battle dropped.
Talk about it.
Bullshit. This is that bullshit.
Look, man. Okay, can I go first about this battle?
Listen, I know you've been waiting for this. I know you've been waiting for this. Go right ahead.
Okay, so look, first, shout out to both JC and Prep, because to me it was a very entertaining battle for both of these guys. Prep did not win this battle. Prep did not win this battle, man. I'm sorry. Prep did not win this battle. I had JC 2-1. Okay, first, let me say this. This is coming from a Detroit person. And they seem to do this with Michigan people. They seem to group Michigan people in like one hood. They make it seem like Detroit and Pontiac is like right next door to each other.
I forgot to get that map too.
They make it seem like Flint, Pontiac, and Detroit is all next to each other, and it's not. Flint is like an hour and change away from Detroit. Pontiac is like 45 minutes away or so from Detroit. When you have nothing but Detroit bars at a Pontiac, nigga, that does not fly. Because everything you're saying about Detroit does not apply to JC. And I was listening to Prep bars, and they were some nice bars, but I'm like, bro, this nigga not from Detroit, he from Pontiac. That's like if you standing in front of Math Hoffa and you got nothing but Harlem bars. Like it don't Pontiac and Detroit don't get wrong.
From Brooklyn.
He's clearly from Brooklyn. So that was the one thing that like kind of threw me off on that moment. The next thing that threw me off is you can't have a full round talking about how somebody dropped the ball and somebody don't take their battle rap career serious, and you've literally dropped the ball and was gone for a long time and not taking your career serious.
That's a fact.
That's a
That was
fact.
another one.
Not just once, a few times he had to reinvent the wheel.
Exactly.
Shout out to Pit Fights. Shout out to Pit Fights.
And then the last one I want to say is, okay, that wasn't the gas station that went on in that battle. That was jet fuel. Like they would the most okay. It took me a minute to realize that was Ryder that was doing that much cheering. Because Ryder is such a laid back. Ryder is such a laid back dude that the fact I kept hearing, "Oh my God, he's winning!" I'm like, "Who is that?" And the second time that I went back to watch the battle, I didn't even go back to watch the battle. I went back to find out who it was that was doing that, and I was shocked that it was Ryder, because I'm like, "Bro, I done seen you in plenty battles, and you ain't never been this crazy. Even when you were standing behind the Goonies, I seen you cheer, but you never was this outspoken and loud." He almost sounded like how Danger Zone sounded when he was drunk in the B Magic battle. The B Magic and Kobe Brown battle. Danger Zone was fucked up.
I hate Danger Zone, bro. I hate Danger Zone. I really do. I hate Danger.
That's how Ryder was sounding.
I'm gonna talk about DMV shit in a minute,
but again, I'm not taking nothing away from Prep. I thought he was good in this battle, but the fact that everybody just kept running, they literally ran out the door, jumped on Twitter, and was like, "Yo, JC got 30." JC did not get 30 in this battle, man. The problem is some of them people tried their hardest not to cheer for some of the shit that JC was saying in that battle. But they was overselling Prep stuff, man. And again, that was my takeaways from it. You can't come at a Pontiac dude spitting Detroit bars, and then you can't have a whole angle about somebody dropping the ball, and you dropped the ball yourself and took many setbacks in your own career. Like that doesn't make sense. Like that's like Tay-Rock. That's like Tay-Rock having a bar about somebody holding the door, and it's like, my nigga, you held the door. Like, what are we talking about right now? So again, I got JC 2-1 in the battle, but go ahead.
Can I go before my thoughts leave my mind?
Oh, go right ahead. Go right ahead. I'm still promoting, so you're good.
Okay, cool. Y'all may call this DMV bias, but I got Prep 2-1 in a close one. And here's why. And let me say what. Hey. And Ray, you're absolutely right. About everything you said. But see, the thing is, I feel like the approach is what sold a lot of shit. JC, we all know JC has an immaculate pen. He had a whole lot of over the head shit. And that's why I think a lot of times they were trying hard not to react, because some of the shit, like with the whole Jimmy Butler shit, when you were talking about the bubble and the haircut and all that shit, I forgot the bars, of course. I don't want to misquote him and all that, but he had like a lot of his shit be layered. You know what I'm saying? A lot of his shit definitely be layered. I do agree that you cannot spit Detroit bars at Pontiac. I do agree with that all day. That's why, just like, and especially when you saying how they try to group Michigan people in one hood, they definitely try to do that with DMV. Like, they definitely try to do that shit. Like, it's ridiculous. I be having to talk to people all the fucking time. What up, Sick? I got you. But I feel like Prep had a little more ammunition. You know what I'm saying? He had a little more ammunition. They frying, man.
Hey, Blade Brown. Blade, I'm usually in the comments with you, brother. I've been waiting to shout you out. Blade Brown, click level, my brother. I got the late night operator voice, bro. It's here. You finally gonna get a chance to hear this. The late night operator,
Brown,
baby.
Man. Blade Brown, man. Blade before.
Blade. But nah, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, I feel like Pratt was attacking JC, and he was attacking JC. Like, how you gonna drop the motherfucking ball and da da da? And yeah, you're right. You can't necessarily say that when you didn't drop the ball a few times your damn self. But JC didn't rebuttal that as well as he could have. I think JC was just showing that he was a better pen than Pratt, and he is. But Pratt was more so attacking. He's more so attacking, you know what I'm saying, JC, and that's why I felt like Prep won the battle. It was close, you know what I'm saying? The angle, Savage, you're absolutely right. The angles were old, but if you can sell it and if you can deliver,
I'm sorry, he's saying slight gas. That he think that was slight gas that was happening in that battle.
It wasn't slightest, dog.
Shit slight about that damn gas.
Right. No, trust me. I've heard way worse.
Don't get me wrong. If we comparing the gas to the NWX gas, then there's no competition. But
it's also levels of gas too when you're thinking about the size of the room. Yeah. Think about the NWX versus Gun Titles battle. Look how many people were in that building. Then think about this building. We're talking about a COVID quarantine era of battle rap where you can only have a certain amount of people in the buildings.
Right.
So you can't get that eruption that you used to get.
And I've been in Martinis, man. I'm from the DMV. I've been in Martinis. Martinis ain't that goddamn big.
Right.
That's not.
And you already can't have that many people to come in. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's two factors that go into that. I do want to say this though. JC a gatekeeper, man. He done became a gatekeeper. You went from going to chasing looks to becoming another shotgun Suge in the building. You shout out to Suge, no disrespect, but you don't became a gatekeeper. You're battling Prep. We done seen Prep get 30'd and washed up so many times back to back. Why are you battling Prep?
You know what I think the problem is as far as that, because a lot of people have asked that question, like why. I think Jace is just the spirit of competition with JC. The same thing that we've getting on Danny Myers about. The only difference is that JC will sit back for a couple of months, and then if nothing big is coming his way, he just be like, all right, fuck it, I got some bars for somebody, so URL just throw me somebody, and then that. Or it could be the fact that you know how motherfuckers get on Twitter, like JC could turn down the battle, and motherfuckers could get on Twitter and be like, oh, he ducked me. Like, nah, he probably didn't duck you. He probably just didn't want to battle your ass. So, but
right.
The beautiful Charmaine, what's going on?
Feeling I'm happy I came in. So I came in right at the right time because I want to say good afternoon, everybody. What's up? Much love, peace, and love to everybody that's on the live today. I think my true feelings about how I feel about this battle is that I do believe the battling anybody part does affect where JC stands in a small room. Mm-hmm. Because JC then has the people that actually know whether it's the background from it, whether it's how his reputation is. In a small room, you're in a room of your peers that never really gave you the full respect anyway. So you can't expect for the consistent cheers to go on for JC like that. It doesn't happen. Now, let's not act like Prep wasn't talking to him. JC comes in and decides that he won't evolve past himself beyond his rapping. He has to learn when to pull energy in a room. Mm-hmm. If JC doesn't do that, he's going to continue to be a gatekeeper. He's going to continue to stand in front of people that he can clearly outright, but he can't outshine them. He has to be able to tap into that. And that's not something that I feel like at this point he's considering, because he might have that spirit of competition. I can kind of feel that way, but at the end of the day, you have to still want to not be in a shotgun Suge situation. And I can't say no disrespect. When you watch somebody go from being someone that's revered in the culture to just being a gatekeeper, that's an issue. JC never really got the same looks in the popularity side, besides the real supporters and his peers when it comes to his pen. Right. Having a pen for the first 10 years in the culture wasn't what got you booked. You understand? So it's we gotta be real with ourselves. When we talking about JC, he's has to stop battling people, and I'm gonna say this with a grain of salt, but he has to stop battling people outside of his brand. It's hard to keep doing that over and over and over again.
Up and down, right?
Yeah. Battle the people in your league. Like you do have a certain percent. When Prep told him that, like, even though he didn't hit the ball right, because it's nobody's supposed to be here, not supposed to be here. I digress. The message still stands.
Okay, but hold on, Charmaine, because I was gonna go, but you are on a roll. All of y'all are on rolls. Here's the thing. So just as well as we're speaking about JC or JC's inconsistencies, Prep was just as inconsistent. your material was hidden. Don't get me wrong. I liked his direct approach. But my nigga, you talking to a vice lord about throwing up the fork. Nobody's supposed to be here. Deborah Cox. I mean, it was so many. You can't do these things. That's just like chilling with the. You can't do movie bars and shit don't hit. You gotta give some points. Got to be taken off of certain things. This is why for me it was close. However, like you making references about and that's I'm not even from Detroit, but I have family from Flint and Pontiac, and just with the history between Flint, Detroit, Pontiac, yeah, you can't tell it. That's just like being from the West. I don't like when people say, "Oh, well, it's crazy in LA." Motherfucker, I'm not from LA. You got a whole nother side of the West but this is what it's been my whole life. So I can understand when I take points off of that shit. Geographically, you should be able to know where that person is from, to do effective research to combat this person. And then again, you're making different references, like who's around you while all this gas and jet fuel is in the building. Who the fuck was you sparring with that said, bro, hold on, wait a minute.
That's not the bar.
But I'm gonna say this real quick. Let me just throw this tidbit in real quick. They only do that with people from Michigan and people from it happens sometimes with California. It's like they try to group everybody, but Geechee coming like, nigga, I'm not from over there, I'm from Compton. Like, this is where I'm from. But whenever they stand in front of a Brooklyn person, they go have Brooklyn bars. Whenever they stand in front of a Harlem person, they're gonna have Harlem bars. The number one thing that I said that really like just threw me off in that whole battle, because I do agree with Charmaine, like Prep was talking some shit, but it was like, bro, you had nothing but Detroit bars. This man is not from Detroit. He's not from Detroit. Like the closest that you can possibly do, if you were standing in front of X Factor, he's from Highland Park. Now Highland Park and Detroit, they coincide with each other, so then that will make more sense. But if you're talking about a whole other place that's 45 minutes away from the city, none of that applies to what you're saying to JC at the moment.
Now this was going into my critique where I didn't feel like all that was written for JC. I feel like he had something prepared for somebody else from Detroit that he was supposed to battle, and he didn't use the bars or whatever. And he kind of he recycled it in, because we never seen it, or the event never happened, or whatever the case may be. He used it and finessed it, even though they were, like you said, even though they were good, they were solid. Didn't seem like he was being as direct as his delivery was. His delivery was aggressive and direct. The bars weren't as aggressive and direct.
And at the end of the day, I just feel like I'm reading out all the comments, and shout out to everybody in the building. From our co-hosts, our guest co-hosts, to everybody in the chat. I do get where y'all are saying. I don't know if that was David Rubin or Sly or Sicko, or I'm not sure who actually said it, or Savage. One of you guys just mentioned how Prep or JC lost the war. In a way, I could see that, because you have no business battling Prep. You don't. So I mean, if you want to give him that win for that reason, definitely it was a close battle. Prep performed his ass off. He definitely was that old t-shirt Prep back in pit fights that I've been wanting him to stay consistent at being. However, when JC, I think that may have been the second round, when JC actually spoke to him about his whole career, I mean, he was on point. I like the way he did it. I mean, although people have said it, but he was way more direct with him, way more personal.
He very was.
And that worked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like JC had the material. I just don't think he delivered it right.
Right.
I mean, he can't battle out his league. You got to battle pins, baby, because when you going up against a certain energy,
I can't hear a word you guys are saying.
Oh, can everybody else hear me?
I mean, I can hear you. I can hear everybody. I heard you.
Yeah.
No, I just think it comes to a point where you got to see with battle rappers or any artist when they're going up against a different type of energy. If they're not able to manifest that and bring that same type of energy, it's going to be hard for them regardless because the other person can take the room. And taking the room does a lot for even how you can deliver if you're able to take that energy in the room and use it when you deliver. So it's like JC's either gonna have to stop being the Cassidy of battle rap. Stop being so stuck to what you're used to doing, and you have to try to implement something else. Like use a different move, bro.
Not
Everybody already knows lyrically is
I want to ask the
your
panel this. I want to ask this panel this quick question. Then I'm gonna kick it off to E because I see E had his hand up. Do y'all think this battle would have looked different in the Caffeine studio and not in the DMV?
Absolutely. In my opinion.
I'll admit that.
Go ahead, E.
JC would have had a better chance. Sorry.
Oh, I ain't had nothing. I'm just jumping in. I just came back from signing the contract, so I'm just here.
Congrats on that grown man move.
Just get it.
Appreciate you.
Slight flex.
JC, can you hear us now? CJC, can you hear us?
I don't think he can.
He froze.
Nah,
I'm looking at a frozen screen from my end.
Is he
frozen?
frozen?
He froze. He might have come back in.
The ceiling fan ain't spinning no more. He froze.
Okay.
Yeah. Mike. Mike Ryder, you got anything on this?
I want to add one thing, and I hate I'm kind of late on adding this. It was something about what's my man in the comments? Is it Dustin Rubin? Ain't that his name?
Dustin, yep, Dustin. Mm-hmm.
He posted about the projection. If you can find that comment, it was a while ago. You had it on the screen for a while, but Charmaine was going, you know what I'm saying, on her tear. Okay.
Was this it?
That's it. It's the rollout. JC had an even bigger rollout than that, though, David. His rollout when he battled, what's my man name? Chef Trez. Do y'all remember?
Yeah.
Do y'all remember when he battled Chef Trez and the URL rolled him out on his big return? You had Chef Trez, you had the T-Top battle, you had the Big K on RBE, you had the Mac battle.
The RBE, and then he went over to URL and made a whole big run.
Mm-hmm. He was doing both leagues back to back, like from the fall and winter of 2017, I want to say it was. Mm-hmm. And then you battled T-Top, and then you battled Twerk, and Twerk was manhandling you on the stage. And he was putting gun gestures all behind your head and treating you like a baby and pushing you all around on that stage and yelling and projecting. I can keep going on, but you calling out for Lux.
I'm on my computer.
I gotta add one real quick thing. I gotta add one quick thing. Remember too, he battled Mac and T-Top within 7 days,
and he lost.
He lost both of them.
That whole fall of 2017 to the winter of 2017, you battled Chess, Mac, Big K, T-Top, Twerk. Who am I missing? Chef Trez, I want to say, was around that time. Rom Nitty was at Summer Madness. You battled all these people. You battle all these people and you calling out Lux, and Lux just chilling at the crib. You know what? I'm gonna go to Funk Flex and put this little bone on the shelf real quick. You know what I'm saying? While he up here working for Crumbs, I'm just gonna come out here and spit the little 7-8 minute freestyle and do him dirty. I ain't gonna stay on this too long. But JC, his rollout, he had the big rollout. He had the chance. He shot himself in the foot 3 years ago. And now we 3 years later, 2020, almost around the same time, November 2020, you done shot yourself in the foot even more. You done ran out of feet to shoot yourself in. You know what I'm saying? So
damn.
But JC, no. I'm gonna say this. JC won the battle. I gave JC the battle. I felt like his balls were immaculate. You know what I'm saying? They were fire. They were top shelf. Prep was nice. He was talking to him. I noticed that this era that we're in now is bringing out the talk to him. That's what we're about.
Talk to him is coming back. The talk to him is coming back.
Yeah. I love it though, personally. I love it personally.
Battle rap is making that cycle. You know what I'm saying? We're at the talk to him cycle. But anyway,
yeah, Loso beat him too.
Loso did
beat that ass.
Over $150. He did beat him.
Beat that ass.
He beat his ass. One thing I do want to get into real quick.
What David said. He's talking about the video he did where he said he, basically all of those people, and then he turned around and back. Yeah, I mean, but that's been JC's problem for years. Like pretty much at the conclusion of it all, that's been his problem for years. His stock will rise. I don't know, from my understanding, and I'm not counting nobody's pockets, but at the same time, it seems like it's a routine where these cats take these battles at certain times of the year, and that ain't what you need to be doing. You know what I mean? You cannot be calling out these people and you're not being strategic. All of the vets, all of the God tier battlers have been strategic, and they are where they are for a reason. You know what I mean? We got to stop playing, and we have to keep the respect on their names, because although we want to see battles in, plentiful and in abundance, we don't want to see your ass losing. And then when it comes to the end of the year and your stock is dropping, and you know what I mean, that don't help.
Yeah.
There's enough battle rappers for that not to be the case, though. So once people stop trying to utilize the popularity factor as the reason, the book will be all right, because there's way too many artists, way too many opportunities to create events, and too many platforms.
Yeah, the leagues have to start saying no. You got to start saying no. You know what I mean? Utilizing your full potential, of your roster.
Absolutely. Also, I want to point out one thing. Prep stole that Bluetooth line from Piranha. Prep stole that Bluetooth line that he used in that JC battle from Piranha. I just want to go ahead and put that out there. But CJC, you want to add anything on this before we move on to the next subject?
He probably still can't hear us.
I don't think he can hear us.
I ain't trying to laugh at my man, but just
I'm not. You can hear us?
Oh, yeah.
Honey.
Hey, Wing, I don't know if you remember I think it was like 2 Sundays ago, y'all had this same issue with Charmaine.
Yeah.
No, the thing with Charmaine, it was the signal. Like he is pretty clear, but he froze again on my screen.
Yeah, he froze. And he looked like he about to start singing an R&B track.
Okay, so
lie.
Wayne,
you know what? We are not doing that this week. Last week, you're not doing
Wayne. Where are we going next?
All right.
You gonna get to the documentary, or we staying on the battles? Or we gonna?
No, honey. Listen, it's all gonna be late.
We gonna say that. We saving that for last.
The battles first. We saving all that smoke for later on. It's a lot of
DNA versus Lou Castro.
DNA versus Lou Castro.
I love this.
I just rewatched this too.
This battle is fire.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Whip the pot is my favorite special move this year. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. That's whip the pot wordplay switch is fire. I'm sorry, when big stages come back in 2021 or 2022, that's gonna be one of the moves that shakes stuff up in the building. Bro.
That's what they're saying.
Man, look, I'm sorry. I enjoyed this battle thoroughly.
Freaking hilarious! Like when he done his 3rd round, he said, "You lost to Vixen and she kissed you on your cheek." I was wild jealous. I was crying. I don't know why. I was just like, bro. That dude he's dope to watch, man, for sure. I like how he's reinvented himself since the Ultimate Madness tournament. Lou Castro. Now I see what P was talking about, because P been saying Lou Castro was one of the more ones that was ready to at least touch the big stage, but he had to sharpen up over those past few years since P said that, and he's most definitely done it. So I'm looking forward to seeing Lou Castro in the future for certain. That's a fact.
Can you hear us, CJC?
Those are my notes. I'm done.
Hey, it wasn't working on my computer, but I'm using it.
There we go. We hear you.
There we go.
I'm using my super old phone to do this. So my computer was acting up.
You know what? Hey, listen. We be trying to be stylish.
My Android. I had to look in the closet. I was like, let me use this.
Team Android. I'm sorry. Y'all be, I'm sorry. I'm always my Android. first big stage gonna be in Atlanta? For who?
If it is, I'm pulling up
I
on
just think
Smack.
it's gonna be in
I'm
LA.
letting them know right now.
I mean,
first big stage is either gonna be Atlanta or it's gonna be Houston.
It can't be
for who though? That's what I'm saying. For who we talking about? URL?
If we talking URL, chances are it's probably gonna be in Houston for the first big stage battle when they open the
Salute
stage.
to Bishop 843. I got DNA winning the battle too, but he didn't win 3-0. I'm sorry, Lou took that first.
Exactly, he didn't win 3-0.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
I gave the battle to DNA, but it wasn't a
no
30.
gun bar DNA.
Lou Castro had that energy though, man. He did. I enjoyed that battle.
But I felt like DNA matched his energy. I mean, Lou, his joking ability, that's cool with me, but that don't really do nothing for me. It just, I like it but it fits his personality. It fits who he is. You know what I mean? He's and you can't take nothing away from him because he is a writer. I just feel like he just need a little more, and he there. Like he can be the full package. But DNA, like I said, the mid-round rebuttals, just the angles that he was taking, I felt like he edged every round though. I'm not mad at anybody who felt like Lou took a round. I'm not. That third though, definitely DNA. I felt like the second, maybe the first, but like I said, for me, he edged every round.
And I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like he edged the first. I feel like he edged the first and took the second and third without a question. But I am a little bit biased because DNA been my favorite battle rapper all the time since he's been battle rapping. So you might be like, oh, she's biased, but I just feel like Lou, sometimes you can get 30 without being trash. And that's the part that I feel like people got to accept. Like, if you lose 3 rounds, that's a 30. It makes no difference how you lose the 3 rounds. It's still a 30. You don't have to be a body. He didn't have to drag you. None of that.
But Lou did his job. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's okay. Lou did his
job to be able to hang with a DNA. I don't give a fuck what you say about DNA. You know what I mean? DNA has been able to, generationally, he's been moving like he's been reinventing the wheel. He's one of the youngest vets in this shit, and he's there. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, for Lou to be able to even hold his own, that says a lot. That says a hell of a lot.
The best way I can describe this battle is Rocky versus Apollo Creed in the first movie. Apollo Creed won the battle, but he still earned the respect. DNA won the battle, but you got to show respect to Lou Castro. Absolutely. He got in that ring and fought. And now people are going to pay attention to Lou Castro because he was able to stand toe to toe with one of the most complete battle rappers in the game right now.
And shout out to K-Shine. K-Shine even admitted that Lou Castro was fired because he said he didn't even know much about the dude before the battle happened. He said,
I saw that interview.
He said, dude, that dude is fired. So, so he most definitely won technically.
Damn.
He may have lost the battle, but he most definitely won.
Nobody. He never does. Okay.
Shout out to Scotty. Lou
that's my thing with Lou Castro though. Like, that's my thing. That comment right there. That comment right there. That's my thing with Lou Castro. That's my thing with Lou Castro right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like Lou got everything except the
beginning. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. Damn, Atlanta for real?
Savage, Hey, Savage, I stay an hour from Atlanta. I stay down here in Macon, baby. Atlanta got the immunity up there. I don't know what it is.
The hell wrong with y'all? I may have to think about this. I don't know. Y'all down there acting like Corona ain't real, and we hot. Like our numbers are growing in the South.
Speaking of which, real quick, to my Detroit brother and Calico, man, rest easy, man. I hope you. I just hope you get past it, man, because Calico did say he tested positive for Corona and he's been quarantining. So, yo, man, he said, man, I thought this shit was a joke until it hit me. He was like, this shit ain't no joke. So, man, look, I just want him speedy recovery Rest up, man. Shit, man.
That's the problem. Y'all niggas is hard headed, running around here like you're Superman, and y'all bleed and get sick too. Like, what are you doing?
So do we think we got this Lou because he was battling DNA, and now if he don't get names bigger than DNA, will we now get a not as great Lou? Because does that matter to his numbers or to his fan base? Because you know what I don't like? I don't like when I see people get a certain name and they do excellent. They do wonderful. Like, oh, okay, he there. And then he battles somebody that's not on that level, so he's not as motivated. Hi, Phoenix. And
what's going on, Phoenix?
You think that we're gonna have to worry about that with Lou, or will he continue to put out this type of content and delivery?
Lou Brad,
I think he only gets better. I think he gets better.
Go ahead, CJC.
No, I said Lou brands himself very good, and he has that. He has the qualities of a star because he's funny. I'm surprised DNA didn't laugh at the whole battle, especially when he was in the finish. He was like, Ricky. I was like, okay. But yeah, Lou has a great brand. He just has to better some things and certain qualities that he has to basically come that full level that he has to get to. But I feel like he brands himself really well, talks to the fans, look out, and then takes criticism. So he just gotta keep on doing that. But like she says, like I just don't want him to like go down because you went from great performance in UM to good performance in DNA, even though you lost. But now it's basically about showing that you need those higher names and basically that better look.
So to answer your question, go ahead, my bad.
I was about to say, I think a good thing that he did for his brand and for himself personally was when the Goonies broke up. That was a good look on his behalf because when the Goonies was together and they were like building a team and they were strong, he played the far back end. He played the far back where now you can see him shine. Him and Mac Mel, to me, have the best personalities out of them. You know what I'm saying? I really like Mac Mel's personality. I really like Lou's personality. Even though I be hating on Lou, Sliz don't kill me. I be hating on Lou in the group chat. But Lou Castro, that what the part is very creative. Listen, baby, I just you know what I'm saying. I'm from Georgia, baby. I show love to my Georgians. You know what I'm saying? But Lou Castro, man, like I said, with the pot, that's very creative. The UM performance was creative. It was fire. The DNA performance, it was nice, bro. Keep doing your thing. And all you got to do is show up for the next opponent. I'm pretty sure his phone ringing off the hook right about now.
Right.
So to answer Charmaine's question directly, I think
one qualm.
Not the qualm.
Oh, go ahead, E.
Go ahead.
There's one qualm I had earlier from a comment as far as this pin shit that people like to bring up. I don't know if everybody just want all these niggas to sound the same. I don't know what's going on. I'm not mad at getting better with your delivery. That's not what I'm mad at. But we're not going to act like just penmanship is what got everybody where they at. Because Tay-Rock has been the same. So he's gotten better. But his pen technically hasn't gotten better. It's just his delivery more than anything. Now, if that's what he was
talking about, actually has gotten better.
But this whole master, somewhat, but whatever. But you know, I just think like I don't think all these start sounding the same. Because the sad part is the thing is, because we critique these battlers, we want them to get better. Obviously, we're not just saying to pick on them. But a lot of times we give everybody the same critique. But if we do, all of them to sound the same if they listen to us. So it's just kind of like, you know, kind of understand what you're trying to do when you're taking this criticism, and I guess, you know, go accordingly. Don't listen to everybody. Because I don't want Lou Castro to sound like Kid Chaos. That's why I got Kid Chaos there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
but
that's all I had. I agree with everything else.
But to rebuttal that though, it's not that we want everybody to sound the same. I just don't want motherfuckers to be basic. And I feel like when we talk about this pin shit, now we don't want a million thousand. We don't want every battler to sound like Beloved. Now we don't want every battler to sound like Beloved. Now we don't want every battler to sound like JC. these top pins. We just don't want no basic shit. And Lou Castro has everything else but a pin. Like, look at, all right, here's one example. I said the same thing about a couple other people, and they let me down as far as the pin. I said, like when Mr. Wavy first dropped, and we were in, and a lot of niggas was in awe because of how he has all the intangibles, but they hit him with the great value surf and all that shit, and they fucked him up because he had all the things, but he had no pin. Lou Castro is kind of in the same boat, in my opinion. Like, he has all the intangibles. He can perform his ass off. He got personality. He got delivery. He can attack, all that. But when you bringing up the machete shit 3 different times,
yeah, yeah.
Well,
no,
also
you're not gonna beat a
understand.
nigga like DNA, who has literally seen everything and heard everything with old bars and old angles. That's just my thing.
Wait,
and there is a
wait, hold on, wait, real quick.
There is a gun with a knife on it. What we talking about?
There is a gun with a knife on it, yeah, but he clearly wasn't talking about
bayonet. But
he clearly was not talking about it.
This is wait, this is the thing. This is battle rap. We're going to hear the same angle over and over again, no matter what. That's never going to change.
Repetitively with no creativity with it.
Now that I have a problem with it. If you don't have no creativity behind it, then yeah, it does like seems like it becomes very stale.
Redundant.
It's almost like you have to reinvent it to make it hot again or whatever. And then some people do, some people don't. But what Charmaine was asking, to really piggyback off of what Charmaine was asking, to me, I feel like if you're Lou Castro after you just had this incredible battle with DNA, regardless if you lost or not, because if you get a different name, if you get another name and it's not a big famous name, that don't mean take your foot off the gas with the bars.
Right.
Because it's gonna make you look bad, and then people are gonna wonder, okay, was this performance versus DNA a fluke? Put your same pressure on a no-name person like you would do a big name person. You got to put that same pressure so people can know, oh, he's not playing with nobody if they up top, if they in the middle, or if they at the bottom.
Because not for nothing, let me piggyback off of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I watch battles.
Right.
If I see you have this wonderful breakout performance, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's fire. But I'm gonna go back to your other battles. And see what you did there. If those battles don't meet that criteria from this one, there's a couple of things that I may feel like, maybe because some people may not motivate you, but that's our problem with battle rap. Every battle should motivate you.
Yeah.
Right. It's your career.
They're like Danny.
I mean, but I agree with that whole total point of it. Every battle you take, just like a fight, just like a football game, it should motivate you. This shouldn't matter because, this is somebody who asked I really wanted to kick. This shouldn't motivate you because, this was a rival that I really want to get. Every battle should motivate you because the thing is, how weird battle rap is, it has no ranking. So the minute you're either hot one moment and all it takes for you is to lose to somebody that's up and coming, and then you fall. And then everybody now is paying attention to the new hot up and coming person. Yeah. It's not like right now, most of these guys picked the wrong time to come into the game. Because if it was early URL, it was equal footing early URL because the only top guys at the time was the math hoppers, was the people, but it was but with Calico, Herb, and all of them, they was all ushering in together, so everybody was on equal footing. Now it's like, man, look, you gotta constantly stay hot, and the minute that you fall flat, people go forget about you. People go forget about you and treat you like you was never that hot person at one point. So
I'm sorry, y'all. My daughter just
like
brought me.
Watson said,
she filled the bottle up with hot water.
Who raised
hot water? No, I didn't.
Like my man Truth Watson.
Jesus. Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead, E.
Go ahead. I do want to get to this question that's on the screen too.
Like my man Truth Watson said, point blank period. I asked him, this was years ago, he said this. I was just like, you going there for a classic? He said, I don't write for classics. I write for bodies. He said, it's up for my opponent to keep up with me. And I was just like, that's the kind of mindset you need to have. And like,
yeah,
that's a fact. That's an actual factual. Anybody else got any thing else?
Yeah, because I was gonna say like but Av and Rum, when they had the interview, Rum was like, when I was going in there, I was trying to kill him because this was my first URL bout, and I wanted to show that I was like doing all this outside URL for nothing. And Av said I was going in there to show that I'm now Fluke after beating Nun and show I could kill Rum. So both of them had the mindset of killing each other, ending each other's career, and we had all-time classics.
Black Money, we already talked about Prep versus JC. The panel is split. We got some people that think Prep won. We got some people that think JC won. But we already talked about that. All right, so what we doing?
Lou Castro and Mac Mail would be a fire battle.
That would definitely be a fire battle.
I think that'd be fire on the beat, verbal war zone. I think we should book that on our side. I think that'd be a fire on the beat battle. You know what I'm saying? Because we already got Luke one time. Make sure I go check out Luke Castro versus Fire the Misfit on verbal war zone. It's out. You know what I'm saying?
Handle that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if they would, but that would be
that was dope too. Shout out to verbal war zone.
It was. Thank you very much.
Hey, Charmaine, you got my request, right?
What request?
That I want to see Av on there one day in 2020.
Listen, I've been wanting Av on there since the first thing he had dropped out there. I wanted to. I follow his music since 2016, honestly, and that would be a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So we do get the opportunity to do so.
Have y'all reached out to him?
Huh?
Have y'all reached out to him?
I mean, you know, I let people, you know, say move accordingly. I like to see how things just pan out in my favor. You know what I'm saying? So when new year, we have new goals.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's what we be trying to trust, Liz.
But I got you. I got you. Don't worry about that. I got you.
Thank you very much.
Bishop, the shot, Lou took. I mean, was it a shot for real? I mean, I looked at Jack's face, but. Like I seen some videos where he was going crazy for him too. So I don't know.
Even in the recap, when Jack Boy recapped the battle with K-Shine, Jack ain't seemed to have a problem with it. Jack was still giving him praise.
Right.
When he recapped the battle with K-Shine on 15 Minutes of Fame, he was still showing Lou
and besides, I don't know.
DNA.
Huh?
Is stating facts a shot?
No, I said when he was talking with Shine, he was basically saying like,
I know. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Stating the fact is not a shot.
Yeah,
stating the fact is not a shot. I'm sorry. If you're telling the truth about something, it is not a shot.
I agree.
I just saw it as being referenced.
Let's go to this because shout out Nohan 100 and I think Sly said that. But as far as DNA, I've been seeing this. Mook or Lux.
I'm gonna be honest. I'd much rather see him battle Mook than Lux. Because him and Mook has a little bit of history.
Yeah. Man, I want to see him battle Hollow. Y'all sitting here acting like they ain't see them beefing and talking to each other crazy in the move back and forth.
You know what? I completely forgot about that Hollow shit. I completely
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes, it is. We hold service. This is service. This is Sunday service.
Sunday service.
We ain't where we need to be just yet, though. We ain't listen.
We getting there. We slow on it. We gonna get to the real meat.
You gonna get there quick. We just had Matt Mill. We just talked about Matt Mill. We gonna get to the potatoes in a minute.
To the potatoes.
Yes, please. Yeah. This is the appetizers right now.
The
dinner wine.
Easy versus Danny while we at it. Yeah.
Man, Look, shout out to Easy, man. Because if you want to talk about somebody, that brings it every battle.
Every battle.
When I listen to Easy, man, Easy sound like he just came off the block struggling just to come in front of you and tell you what the hell happened to him an hour ago. That's how Easy sounds.
So let me ask you like this. And I was thinking about this the other day. Is it that URL forgot to record the battle? Is that what happened? Because I haven't.
Easy got a big battle coming, and they're gonna drop it at a certain time.
I've
been hearing certain things, and that's kind of what I was just like, well, what happened? You know, or where
it's skipping all over.
Yeah, because I heard Legacy 11 is coming up. Just saying.
Shit, they still ain't finished dropping the rest of Born Legacy 10 and Born Legacy 9.
So stay in tune.
Bro, they have
free all the battles.
Bro, this ain't
free the battles today. Free.
We still got Survivor Series battles. They ain't got. They still got to drop the Survivor.
Okay,
Series.
They did do Survivor Series.
Pass the plate around. Listen, the collection plate can't be passed around. It definitely can't be passed around. We don't have all that fancy dancy stuff, but I will drop the Cash App, and by all means, we'll do that. Absolutely.
But we shall.
You can always copy Slizzy like shirt.
We'll get some for the offering. We'll get some church music going. Hold on. What would the selection be? I'm just playing. Yeah,
okay.
No, easy, and Rex.
Y'all doing too much right now.
Nah, not versus Rex.
If you want a real look, I'm gonna tell people this. I say this all the time. If you want the real T-Rex to come back, it has to be money on the line. You have to put some bread, like, cause he one of them. He one of them rappers that like he like to humiliate his opponent. So if you put bread up, you will get the old T-Rex. I guarantee you. Other than that, T-Rex will give you 3 verses from his new mixtape that's coming out.
I don't want to see that. I won't disrespect his legend no more than he already has. You feel me? Like T-Rex is only going to be as good as he wants to be, and I don't consider him an active battle rapper. So it is what it is. If you pay him, he's going to come. And how much you pay him, I guess that's going to determine how he's going to come. And I think that's a part of the culture that people don't say is watering down the culture because they get in a bag. But I mean, this is just my opinion. I ain't got to be right. I guess got to be righteous. You feel me? Like that's a part of watering down the culture, especially when you still ain't sure if you ain't getting something from 10 years ago. If you can't guarantee that you're going to come with proper material, you shouldn't be asking for exuberant amounts of money. I don't care what your name is. It's okay to ruin your legend. You ain't got to ruin the culture.
That's a fact.
I feel that. Yo, shout out to Bishop.
I agree with everything she's saying. Yep.
Bishop put in the comment, Easy versus T-Top.
Yes. I'm just not seeing that. Scotty put up one too.
Drug Talk 101.
That would be crazy.
I like that a lot.
Facts. His versus franchise is fire. I don't know about T-Rex and Geech.
So, are we at the?
I don't think that Geech you have to worry about a T-Rex after he. I don't. Yeah, the first one I'll take T-Rex versus Geechee. You can put anybody besides T-Rex there that's above goods, and I might like it.
Exactly.
No, where
shout out to Timberland TV. We're almost about an hour late, but we've only spoken about, for those who are just now pulling up. Yeah, we've only spoken about 2 battles. We've spoken about
DC and Prep and
some battles.
DNA, Lou Castro, JC Prep, and we are now finishing up with well, that was kind of an off the kind of off the top. Easy. Go ahead.
It was like off field banter. Sorry.
Yeah. That is the Cash App, Scotty. Shout out to you. Anybody else that wants to pass that collection plate, we appreciate you. We do this for the love. We are hobby, enthusiasts over here. So,
Go ahead. Wait, hold on.
Are we at the point?
Huh?
Hold on,
this
wait.
is normal.
He was trying.
Are we?
But don't be afraid to drop us $1,000 if you like somebody to come and pull up at one of your events or something. Don't you can send Wayne that bread and she'll pull up and review your shit. You heard?
Hey, he been trying to get his bars off for a minute now.
Oh, what? I'm sorry.
Go,
You got it.
It's
You
cool,
know damn
man. This is
well.
normal. All right, so are we at the point where like Easy and them, the new class, are we at the point where we giving them looks and they can't battle each other in the class no more? Because there's a couple battles in this class I would still like to see if we're gonna just keep it real. Like,
Talk about it. Talk about it.
I don't think we're past that point yet.
Yeah. Because I mean, I would like to see Easy versus Squeako. A lot of people forget that's possible.
That need to happen
unless it already happened.
I've been there for almost a year.
I'd like to see that. Jay Kruger versus Truffaut is still on my list. I need that to happen eventually when my man Jay Kruger gets life straight. Apparently, he's going through a lot right now, which is why he's been missing. And Jay Lopez hit me in my inbox and told me one of the saddest things I've ever heard. He said he's retiring off of this shit, and I damn near had a stroke. So, you know, I would have loved to see him and Kid Chaos battle because that was just substance-wise, those cats got it. You know, and that was just been a great clash of substance and stuff.
And Real Sick just had a birthday. Shout out to him.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm just willing to battle. I'm willing to watch Real Sick battle anything or anyone. So that's just with that.
Facts.
Anything.
Pull up for that. Like, I can't wait till the day Diz come off his high horse and they set that battle up because he gonna smoke Diz's ass.
$1,000 I need me to show up.
I'm not mad at that.
First off, I don't know what it is about you and pancakes.
But yeah,
take that down. Just take it.
I don't know.
Just take it down.
What it is?
I'm trying to cover it on my screen so I can't see.
You must be putting a ring on it because that's husbands get them that kind of action. That $1,000 booty, you know, I just blinked twice and that was spent 3 times over. Just so you know. I'm just saying. The hell, you want somebody to pull up in a trench coat and a you know, you gotta stop calling my scarf Ain't Your Mama. I'm OG blood today. Stop it. I'm coordinating. No, I'm just playing. Let me quit.
Okay.
OG Bobby Johnson in his own.
I'm just saying. Everybody else why can't I? No, let me stop. Ooh, I'm petty today, boy. I'm petty. Let me stop. All right. So, what we doing? Anything else?
Yeah, I had a question.
Go ahead.
What's up?
So who y'all think is like rookie of the year? Easy, Psych, Fonz?
To me, it's between. To me, it's between Easy and Sick.
Yeah.
Like Fonz was on that road, but then he fell back after he won the tournament. And right now, Easy.
I don't feel like he fell back. I feel like he got stagnated.
Hold on. Go ahead, E. Go ahead. You said you talked to him, and he said what?
Fonz. Nah, he did. He was on My Expert Opinion. His homeboy got killed, so he wasn't just in the mood to battle at all. That's where he been at. So he been more
since that time. We've been waiting on this battle that URL seems to not want to talk about. Shout out to you, Scotty. Shout out to you.
You're a real one.
Oh. So,
Psych and Easy.
Sick.
I throw Kid Chaos in there too.
Don't say this, man.
Talking about.
Nobody
Now, come on, JC. You waited all this time to get you on his microphone and be talking, mispronouncing his man's name.
So it's
I gotta throw Kid Chaos.
Sicko said it was his brother that got killed. It wasn't a homie.
Oh.
Black Money said, that's who they.
Well, he's definitely up right now he's definitely up for battler he's definitely up right now for Battle of the Year in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? I'll make sure that I send some information out on the different links that we're all in so that we can see it. We can go support him with the QR code and stuff because he's up for that right now. He's got that award. So shout out to Fonz, everybody, bar for bar, Cleveland, stand up. May God bless everybody and hold everybody down. You feel me?
Yeah.
Fact, he did just battle somebody on Gates of the Garden and he went crazy.
No. Okay.
But he got to stand up in front of that ab accident. I don't
Puerto
really
Rican
think that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But he got to be, all I'm going to say is URL, y'all need to get that shit together because that man, I'm not saying that he doesn't already have his bars ready, locked and loaded. But at the same time, we know that different circumstances can prevent you from being your most prepared. You know what I mean? But he can't go in there playing with Ab. Like,
you can't.
You feel me? And I'm just gonna put it out there. Y'all need to get that shit together. Seriously. That man, that's who he wanted. That's who y'all wanted to give him. Y'all keep playing around with these fucking battles.
I agree, David.
Basically the trailer out there for everybody else. But you know what I mean? Y'all know what the deal is. That was not Fonz's fault at the end of the day. From my understanding, it wasn't Avs either. So y'all need to get that shit together. That man deserves that fucking battle, like y'all promised. And from what I'm hearing, it may not even be on volume.
Well, if I know URL, because usually they have about 6 or 7 battles, I'm assuming there's probably 2 to 3 more announcements that they need to be making.
Yeah, something like
they
that.
They announced 4 battles so far, right?
Did you hear what I said? You didn't hear what I said?
He wasn't listening. He wasn't listening.
No, I heard what you said because you said that battle might not take place. I'm just saying, like, are they going to announce any more battles? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh yeah.
When?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't know that that's going to be one of them. It might. I'm not saying
it should be.
It should be.
I would like for it to be.
Phone calls, how?
I just don't want our hopes up.
They might hold it for dramatic. You know how URL do. They might hold that for dramatic.
Okay, so can we get to something funny?
I mean, but it deserves to be. I kind of expected that to be there, opposed to it being on Born Legacy on a fucking app. I mean, I'm sorry. And shout out to Homeboy, I forgot his name, who said that all we do is drag URL. We don't. I forgot. And I meant to put your comment up. I meant to screenshot and put your comment up, not to be petty, but to let you know. Here's the thing. Like, I don't know why people get so sensitive about certain things. When you out in the world standing in lines for products, services, whatever it is, if you basically go to buy an iPhone and that iPhone ain't performing the way you want it to perform, you niggas ain't going to get no Android. You niggas is back at that iPhone store making sure your shit get fixed the correct way.
That's a real shit.
I watch all battle rap, and I've been here for 8 years. I watch all battle rap, URL, everywhere. I watch overseas, but I watch everything. Everybody knows this about me. But at the end of the day, you cannot sit here and think that you're going to be the leader of the pack and you get no scrutiny. I'm sorry. That's just the way that it goes. And it ain't scrutiny necessarily on URL. It's the battler performances. They have nothing to do. Well, sometimes they do, but for the most part, we're talking about the battlers. We're not talking about the league. So, I understood where he was coming from.
I don't.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead and say what you were going to say.
Yeah, I'm not sure why niggas get upset about us stating the facts about URL, my nigga. Like, these are just facts, bro. These aren't shots. This isn't like dragging these niggas. This is what's happening. So, I'm just kind of... Unless these niggas is paying y'all to be their damn defenders in public, y'all need to just chill out, bro. Like, we gonna say what we're gonna say.
Right. And I mean, I get the phone calls from, URL staff. So it's not like I'm not saying anything. What he said was, if you're gonna do that, keep that same energy. I just made a post today to ARP and like, my nigga, listen, you slipping. We deserve the battle. So what I'm gonna need you is 2 Christmas gifts, and then I need a Kwanzaa finale. Like, come on now, let's get it together.
Man, look.
I'm all about.
That's not a lot to ask for, because, and that's not a lot to ask. I don't I feel like only to the people that haven't really invested their time and energy online and in person to support these events, all different brands, they don't really, you gotta not pay some people no attention, because you can tell that they ain't never stood on a line for 4 hours when the event was supposed to start at 12 o'clock, and you done traveled in on a plane and had to get a hotel room for 2 nights, and you doing, and you just being a supporter.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So those people, they're talking from the I get to stay home perspective. So
right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't travel to spend the bread. They get it on an app for $7.99, and they stream now free on caffeine. They know how to pay a $200 ticket to get in the what's that shit? What's that place in New York? Like, you never have to spend that bread, so you don't care. So to you, it's just your opinion because you sitting home and it's comfortable for you. You never put no footwork in, so we don't have to have the same opinion.
Right. Well, this is somebody who the way he started it off was the fact that he watches, like, he's been fucking with us for a while. So I felt, I don't respond to everybody, but this is somebody I felt like this is a panel of people who we support each other. You know what I mean? And that's not what we do. So, you know what I mean? I don't think I retweeted it. I just responded back. But the fact that, I guess maybe the last few shows he felt this way. But again, we're not the only people that do. And right now, if they're at the top, I'm like, hey, you must have missed the episode, because even though if we don't speak about something, it's because we don't have, we have the choice not to. Some people choose to complain about certain things. I'm not going to keep complaining about this this King of the Dot tournament. Like, it makes my ass itch. I'm not going to keep.
Wing. It's called the disaster. It is
yes.
Right.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna leave that. I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm just gonna put it down. I'm just gonna set it down. I'm just gonna set that down.
But look, let me jump in this real quick. Let me jump in this real quick. The most active league that's been going on this year has been URL. So if you think that we're just attacking URL, you have to pay attention to it. King of the Dot was quiet half of this year until this tournament dropped. RBE only dropped, maybe 3 events so far this year total? So for you to for people to sit up there and say, well, all y'all do is just attack URL. URL's been the most active league this whole year, not counting the people, the undergrounds, your Verbal War Zones, your Gates of Gardens, and all of them, because they've been doing their numbers as well too. But if you're talking about the number one league that everybody is paying attention to, like, we go talk about the one that's being the most active. If I'm the most active person on Twitter and I do some fucked up shit and y'all decide to talk about it, it's because I'm the most active person y'all paying attention to. But
exactly.
Off of that, look, I want to talk about something funny.
Scotty, that's true. Scotty, that's true.
That'd be fire.
I know. That's true. It's all truth there. Go ahead, Ray.
Okay, so look, man. This nigga Nate Robinson went to sleep last night in the middle of a fight.
Bro, did you see how hard he threw himself on the mat?
I wasn't ready.
Bro.
I was not ready.
Bro. Let me say something real quick about that. Let me say something real quick about that.
Man.
You can tell that he didn't take it serious. He got dragged, but you can tell in differences of training.
Dragged?
Because he was banking on him being the supreme athlete, that he thought that he was going to just run that man down to the ground and he was going to be an athlete. You can't play boxing.
Slizzy, can I interject for a minute? I want you to finish your point, but I just need to say this. I want you to finish your point, but I just need to, I wanted to interject in what you just said about the supreme athlete. Nigga, Bo knew not to get his ass in the boxing ring. And Bo knew everything, okay? What the fuck we mean right now?
He knew this and he knew that.
I'm just saying, Bo knew not to get in that motherfucking ring. Bo did every damn sport, but he knew not to get his ass in that boxing ring.
And Bo can't rap. So what do you know?
But he wasn't fighting professional boxing either. He was fighting, but Bo wouldn't have fought no professional boxing either. They wasn't fighting professional boxer. Jake just trained like a boxer. Nate was training. I felt like Nate was training to be like him just being an athlete. I feel like
but
he was training like a fighter.
I would think
that's how I look.
As an athlete, you think as an athlete, you can condition for football. Condition is different than basketball. Track and field is different than both of those. Wrestling is different from both of those. How do you not think in your mind that boxing? I mean, you could just look at the different things that, nigga, if you just picked up a boxing movie and just watched it, you know that it's different. Nigga, anybody who just watched Creed 2 knew that shit was different. I'm sitting here like, God damn, my nigga, it's different. Everything is different.
Red Fox voice from Harlem.
I was in military. I was in military.
Red Fox voice from Harlem Night.
I've been trying to rip this shit. I've been trying to rip this shit the whole day.
Man,
no, the second knockout was the worst.
Yeah, that's the worst.
They're gonna cite the video.
You cannot talk this. When Snoop starts singing the old Negro spiritual, that shit leaned the fuck out of me. Listen, Snoop sounded like one of the mothers of the church.
Look, Red Fox from Harlem Night's voice. Jake Paul whooped your ass. And if he didn't have to get up to go to State Farm in the morning, he'd probably still be whooping your ass. So I'm sorry, like,
nigga, you were supposed to stay down. You were just supposed to stay down. You wasn't supposed to get back up. You were supposed to stay down.
I'm ex-military. I was in military shape, and I actually started doing boxing just as PT because they started making us do our physical training by ourselves because the program got shut down or whatever. And I was always interested in boxing, so I was like, yeah, let me try it. Bruh, being in shape has nothing to do with being ready to box. I know that from personal experience now. Bruh.
2 different levels,
I got hit in my nose during the sparring session, right? My nose was hurting for 6 days. It is not the same. It's not. You can be in shape. You can have great stamina. You can have great strength. If you are not ready to go, if you have never been in a boxing match or have never fought anyone professionally, you are not ready to fight anyone who has only fought once. You're not ready. So I don't even know why this was set up. So
look,
what? Basketball? Really?
My thing is this.
And he wasn't wearing boxing shoes. That nigga was wearing Jordans. What? That nigga was wearing Jordan, bro.
This nigga put mouth. They was talking about what they knew when he put on the wearing colors. He didn't even have on New York Knicks colors. This nigga had you done shamed Rainier. You done shamed Rainier at high school. That was his high school colors. My nigga, them niggas in Seattle mad as hell.
Look. The one thing that E is saying is 100% correct. It is different. It's a different way of training. Like I love fighting. The only thing I'm gonna say this personally, the only thing I hated about fighting was weight cutting because you had to watch what you ate. You had to do certain things or whatever. And if you was a person like me that like wanted his cheat day, you had to know when to cheat on for your meals and all of that other kind of stuff.
That shit is gruesome.
Oh, Wing, it's been times that I had to. It's been times for my second fight. When my first fight, I fought at 170. When I cut down to 155, I had starved myself for 4 days. I starved myself for 4 days to get down to that 155 mark or whatever. So cutting weight is the most gruesome part of it. But he's not lying. It's a difference between training from different sports versus training to fight. Versus training to fight, because not only do you have to condition yourself for the fight, but the minute that you get into a sparring match, you got to understand that you're hitting somebody, and somebody is going to hit you back. Me, I trained in MMA. So not only was I getting punched, I was also getting kicked. So not only did I have to look out for punches, but I had to look out for kicks. So I tell people this all the time. It's not for the weak of heart. It's not for the weak of heart because you're literally is walking into a cage or ring and it's openly saying, I'm okay with another person hitting me. You know, and then understanding that when it is understanding that it's a sport at the end of the day. And chances are you might get slept.
He said punch out.
So
you said Sister Odell.
Okay. Look, I done seen nose broken. I done seen people get carried out on stretchers, all of that. I done seen people get stared down so tough that the fear of somebody staring them down, they backed out of a fight. My very first fight, dude was in the main event for the title, and his opponent just kept staring at him while he was getting taped up. You know what he did? He took them tapes off and said, fuck this, I ain't fighting him. Kid you not. Fighting is not that kind of fighting, training to fight. Not talking about like street fighting, but training to fight somebody who is also training to fight you, and is not for the weak of heart.
Shout out to Prep in the building.
What up, Prep?
Dirty Prep, what's good, bro?
Dirty Prep, excuse me, Dirty Prep. That's the there we go.
Right, Dirty Prep, man. GQ Prep, you Dirty Prep, man. What up, Mike? Talk, man. How you feel about this?
Listen, bro, I'm over here looking. I'm looking at this little clip of the fight. He had on them Jordans, bro. Snoop was going crazy. That's what made my night. When Snoop went to singing, man, Snoop told that kid, he said, there's two things you don't play with in life. You don't play with the boxing and you don't play with this pimping. I think that's what he said, if I can remember it correctly. Bro, when I tell you, man, I'm still over here dying laughing, bro.
Man, I was so dead.
Wing, if you don't mind.
That fool broke out in old Negro spiritual. Precious, like I could see the head nod and everything. You know what I mean? Boy, that shit was hilarious. I'm telling you,
it was hilarious.
That he said, "Oh Lord Jesus." Oh, then the other conversation, he got up.
That's the hood that shit. That's how you know you've been in the hood too long. When you see somebody get knocked down, that's the first thing you say. That's how you know you've been in the hood too long.
No, he said, "Oh Lord," that's what he said.
Oh Lord.
Oh, Blade Brown. Blade Brown. I know what you're talking about.
Oh my God.
But you know what though?
That's hilarious, bro.
Hey, Blade Brown. I know who you're talking about. I can't think of the guy's name, but according to the rumor why he did that, they didn't pay him all of his money. But I do know what fight you're talking about. The boxer that got in the ring, as soon as the opening bell was like ding ding, he turned around.
And I remember that. He turned back around. Yeah.
I remember that.
I don't know how true it was, but the rumor was that he didn't get paid all of his money. That's why he did that.
Now, I didn't get a chance to watch all of them, but the
card was solid though, Wayne. The card was pretty solid.
Okay, yeah, that's
what I'm to you.
Yeah,
I'm $50 richer. I'll say that because the main card, the main match, we're gonna get to that. I'm gonna let y'all talk about the other matches.
I'm gonna keep it tall because let's just get to the main event. Tyson won that fight. I don't know where they got this. It was a draw from. Tyson won that fight.
Roy Jones looked tired in the motherfucker with his double chin. He had nothing on Mike.
He was winded as hell. This nigga was running around the ring for goddamn 8 rounds, giving a hug. He gave more hugs of love than the pastor after Sunday service. Like, are we serious right now?
Talk about it.
Come on, man. It was not a class, PJ.
No, I said it's just for money. That's why things are tight for a rematch and basically like sell it even more. So it was a lot of body shots.
No damn
I don't know
rematch.
how they got like a tie, but
You know when a nigga lost when he's sitting up here talking about some damn.
Hell no.
If my people,
They said hell no.
State of Florida, yeah, right? He's if the state of Florida. I'm gonna go home and see if my people, my fans want me to box again, nigga. You know you're not getting back in that ring. Quit playing.
Hell no, he not. No.
And then my thing is this: I was seeing the Twitter comments and people was upset. I'm like, what do y'all expect for two men that's been retired for damn near 20 plus years to get in there and just put on a slugfest for y'all? Like, what did y'all want?
Right.
Like,
But the thing about it, Roy Jones is only 3.
Did you see Mike
Tyson look like he could fight again, though? I'm sorry, Tyson look like he could.
In really good fucking shape.
Yeah, until they put him in the ring with a prime heavyweight, and then y'all let me say he don't need to be fighting.
I agree, but
if he fights like older guys,
right.
if he fights older guys, he'll look good.
Oh, if he fights older guys,
But then think about what's the name of his league. You know what I'm saying? He got the Mount Harper League, legends only. So he's gonna be fighting legends or older guys. He ain't gonna get no 30-year-old dude.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna get nobody.
Hell no.
Then he's donating.
He had ate his Wheaties. He was ready to go. He
Mike
was ready to go. Like
they wanted to go 8 more rounds.
He snapped back. If you look at his before body is motivation. Like how he got his body in shape for this fight. Now I'm not even trying to be funny. Like Mike was always a solid dude, but he did at the time get his family his dad bod on. You feel me? He heard about taking a fight, and at first he wasn't even going to fight Roy. He was offered somebody else. It just turned out to be in the end that Roy is who he was preparing for. But he started prepping that body. Oh, that's a fact. He said it himself. He started prepping that body, and he came all the way back to that. Mike Tyson is a different type of killer.
Why would they change the rules at the last minute when? Like I don't know if they did it for show because I think they did it. I think they did it on this battle and was pissed the fuck off.
I think they probably did it for concussion reasons because they're both older men.
No. They changed. Initially, it was you couldn't. There were no knockouts. They changed.
Okay.
Knockouts. So my whole thing is, why would you change it when at the end of the day, this man was gonna run around this ring? He wasn't for
because they wanted to see somebody get slept. They wanted to see somebody get slept.
They were right to knock his ass out, and they knew.
But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If I'm Roy Jones, after I see what happened to Nate Robinson, I'm hugging too. Yeah. If we being real, look, I like to be real. I like to be honest. I'm a very honest guy. I don't been in a boxing ring, but only for training. I never boxed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like Ray. I ain't never been out of boxing. I just did it for training. I'm not. No. If I'm watching Nate Robinson fly through the sky, no. Man, I'm 50-some years old, man. I got grandchildren. I got a little taco meat on my chest. No, man, come on, bro. Hey.
Let me be great. Let me be great and get out of here.
Let me be great, please. I'm not doing it.
But Mike is a killer.
Great.
But the thing about Roy's only been retired 3 years, I think. I think he said 3 years.
And that's the sad part about it, right?
Yeah, for you to only have been retired 3 years than you.
Roy, and that's
right.
And actually has more fights than Mike.
Has right. More fights. Roy's last fight was in 2018. Yeah, his last fight was in 2018.
Yeah.
Tyson,
it's really been 2 years.
It was recent.
And Tyson's been retired for 15, I want to say.
But he's always been a different type of piece. If you ever watch any of Tyson's documentaries, you know what I'm saying, you will understand his mentality when it comes to this. Like this, he used to be the hugger. After he knocked people out, he would pick them up and, you know what I'm saying, off the ground because his instinct is to kill while he's fighting. He had focused whatever his issue was into his boxing. So I just feel like I knew that was coming with this. Like, clap the pigeon Tyson, everything that made him the person that he is what he brings in that ring every time. And I feel like if we had more battle rappers that battle rap like Tyson fights, we'd have a better culture because every time he goes in to leave with the win. And that hunger hasn't left Tyson. So even in 15 years retired, that opportunity presented itself And that hunger was still there enough for him to get totally back in shape. That's why Roy looked so tired and winded compared to Tyson. He really prepared for this beyond just, if I'm a win or not. It's for charity, but he still gave it, like he worked for his performance to be at least what we can be doing right now and bragging about it. Because, 50 and that body and them skills, Lord have mercy.
That nigga definitely looked like he was ready to go home. Timberland TV. That's
he definitely did. By round 3, Roy was like, "All right, nigga, this enough. I'm done."
Just lay down.
Taser trying to knock his motherfucking head off. Roy was like, "Nigga, I'm done."
Snoop out on commentary time. Look at my uncles. Look at my uncles fight. Look at them fight.
They said that Snoop. They said Snoop stole the show. They said people was praising Snoop commentary. They said people was praising Snoop commentary. They said Snoop stole the show. And people want him to commentate more often on boxing matches.
That's a
Snoop
fact.
stole the show, man.
Roy said during the fight,
get that man a contract, please.
He said during the fight, he big as hell. I gotta hold him.
Yeah,
shout out to my bro.
I forgot what round, but yeah, he did.
Jay Rich, aka Drop. He said that Roy Jones won because he controlled the fight. What do y'all feel about that? I feel like that's a bunch of bullshit.
I don't feel no way about that. That's his opinion, and he allowed to have his opinion.
I've seen fights being controlled. Roy was not in control of this fight.
That wasn't it.
Yeah.
Roy was not in control at all in this fight.
No.
Just barely making it ain't control. I think people think that just barely making it is control now. It's not. It's not the same thing, but I understand if that's how you feel. Yes, ma'am. Hey, Shannon.
If y'all look at after the match, they took it outside of the ring, and Roy and Mike was at the top of the ramp. He still was out of breath. That man was still out of breath. Like they took a little, intermission to announce the winner, and they moved him up there to the top of the ramp, and this man was still breathing hard. Like, come on,
hard.
He didn't get it together. He thought he looked at it as what you call, I guess, an exhibition match. Mike looked at it as, oh, y'all about to see this work. Y'all about to see who Mike Tyson is. For all y'all young kids, you don't know who Mike Tyson is. For everybody that not sure why I'm a legend, this is why. And that's the difference between, a Mike Tyson and a Roy Jones. It's just the bottom line. Like, some people want more than, they're not gonna come mediocre. And Tyson's one of those people when it comes to his sport, he's not coming mediocre, and I appreciate that.
Mike is Buster Douglas.
Mike, I get that back. That depends on how Buster Douglas looks.
Look alone, you ain't lying.
He said
if he won,
he
lived.
But see, that just like y'all in battle rap, be talking about whoever won because it's a debatable. That ain't how that works. You either win or you lose.
That's not how that works. You can't have debatables in boxing. That's not how it works.
And that's really when they said draw. My whole face dropped. Like, what? Are you serious right now? Draw.
I thought it wasn't declaring the winner anyway. That's what they said. They said it wasn't declaring the winner anyway. So I was like, wait, what? How you declaring the winner? And there was supposed to be no winner declared. That threw me.
Right.
But I will say the way they set it up, the visuals was on point.
Yeah.
The visuals on point. The performances were pretty good. I like Snoop. He performed. Snoop did his thing. Wiz Khalifa did his thing. I'm trying to think of the other performers.
Leo did his thing. I forgot who the other performer was.
I was at work, so I missed that part, but I could hear Snoop. But other than that, no, I was ready for the fight.
Wiz did good too.
Zozo, you're right. Mike went one round without hitting him. But I forgot. Shout out to, I think it's Youngin. I cannot think of his name. Ayo Youngin. He was saying he also said that he felt like Roy won because Roy came with I think he said his combinations and some taps here and there. And I'm like, okay, and that might be true, but what I saw, it would appear that Mike had got more hits in, not harder hits, but more hits to me. Now that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked as if Roy.
Anybody think that Mike?
Huh?
I was gonna say, anybody really think that Mike was even like throwing a full heavy punches? I don't think that he came out there to knock nobody out because you couldn't. Like he had to show
Nah, them
restraint.
body shots was
Like,
kind of heavy. Them body shots.
oh yeah, because I can't knock
Nah,
you out with a
them
body shot
body
if I got
shots,
the wind
though.
out of you. I can't
You
knock
landed.
you out. But if I hit you in your head, and
He was trying to keep that left arm locked, which is kind of crazy. And
Roy Jones is covered in ass for cream right now, man. How hard somebody got
him. Snoop made a very good point that 2-minute rounds is hard for them to study each other because it's been so long, and you don't. And with Mike, because Mike was a southpaw, he learned to his technique was not. He didn't train as a southpaw. You feel everybody knows that, but for the most part, the fact that you really didn't know what he was gonna come with, but you knew if he hit your ass with that left, it was over. So like every time he kept when he would hold him, if you paid attention, his glove was down, like he kept that left like this. He kept that left tucked. Like he didn't want that left nowhere near none of that. So Mike could get the right in. He can get the body shots with the right in. I was like, nah, that shit, like, yeah, I don't know. For Roy to, like, I guess, I don't know, I'm kind of disgusted with Roy. I look at Roy as the motherfucker who talks so much shit, and I forgot who said that in the comments earlier. It's not like Roy ain't never been linked before. He has. But in this situation, my nigga, this is Mike Tyson.
Killer.
You were supposed to come in there. He talking about his 6-pack. My nigga, no, you were supposed to go lift some big ass 18-wheeler tires. You were supposed to do something. You were supposed to go out to the desert.
Pick a sledgehammer a little bit.
She said he was supposed to go out to the desert.
To the desert, my man. To the desert.
And get it together, my nigga. I'm sorry. This
hit the rocky steps.
Right.
I'm just like we said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hit the rocky steps, you know what I'm saying? Hit some frozen meat, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit.
You were supposed to do all that.
All that. Hey, real quick, let me ask Ray a question. Is it different? Is it other than the obvious differences? Is it difference in training between boxing and MMA?
Yeah, because
But what up, Jenny?
What's going on, Battle Rap Trap? It's most definitely a big difference because when you're training for MMA, like I said, you're not only paying attention to somebody's hands, but then you got to pay attention to where elbows is coming from, where kicks is coming from, where knees is coming from. Are they a good grappler or anything like that? So it's most definitely like a checks and balances of, okay, am I far enough where this person can't close the gap in with the kick? But am I close enough where I can still strike this person? Even your feet planning is a little bit different because, case in point where Randy Couture had fought James Toney and James Toney made his way into MMA. James Toney had a boxing stance and Randy Couture was able to take him down immediately because he had a boxing stance. He didn't have a really wide stance. So it's a very big difference because even when I first started training, I came in and I had like a decent wrestling background. So even when I had went up against my grandmaster son, shout out to Isaiah Gathers Jr., he is now a professional fighter. He should be making his way to the UFC pretty soon. But even when I had first trained with him or whatever, and I had my legs standing out too far because I was standing in like a grappler stance, when he kicked my leg, man, he kicked the shit out of me. And it sat me on my ass. And then that's when my grandmaster was like, you got to stop standing like you're a grappler. This is how you need to be standing because you need to be knowing when to check your kicks, when to take a step back, when to space yourself out to know where you're hitting, when you're not hitting, when you can receive it, when you can get away from a knee, give a knee, kicks and so on and so forth. So it's most definitely a very big difference when you're training from boxing and training MMA. That's why I told people that when I told everybody from the beginning, when before Conor McGregor had fought Floyd Mayweather, I said Floyd Mayweather about to gas this boy the fuck out. I told everybody that. I said Floyd is going to gas that man out, and then when the opportunity meets it, he's going to put him down. And that's what Floyd Mayweather did the whole fight, was put his head in Conor McGregor's chest, let Conor McGregor do all that punching. And as soon as he gassed himself out by the 10th round, Floyd was like, "School, take that, take that, take that," and that was it. So
shout out to
That's exactly what happened.
Di, you know I've been trying to get you back up here anyway, but you know you be Mr. Busy, you know you big time now. But yeah, shout out to you. This is a collab. You know how we do with our breakdown family. We always got to show love to.
Okay, so we are hour 34 in.
Hey, real quick, wait, hold on, real quick. Shout out to the squad. I already know Mike right in the building, but shout out to the squad. Nelly, Neff, and Jay. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the squad. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting us. Of course, shout out to the breakdown crew. We family now, so thank y'all so much.
Yeah.
But I got shout out.
No problem.
But I had to shout out the rest of the squad though.
I mean, that's understandable, man. You gotta always shout out your family. So,
oh my God, Sly,
Sly stupid, dog. Sly stupid.
I hate him.
Sly stupid. Great. But okay, we are hour 35 in.
All right,
ready to talk about something serious.
Okay, hold on. Shout out.
No, hold on. My bad, Wayne. Before you get into the Grand Prix, they having problems. I've been trying to pull it up over here. They had to pull it down because the internet was bad in the building. I'm gonna see if they don't got it back up or whatever. Yeah, the internet was down. My bad.
Oh shit.
My bad.
Okay, well then, updates. We were just kind of trying to go with the updates and speak on the battles that were happening today. But okay, that's fine. We'll take that off the screen. And shout out to the Riot because they are about to have a fire card December 20th.
Man,
that card is about to be dope. The Vision. If y'all have not seen that, check out the Riot. I think it's the Riot on YouTube. They're
gonna whoop Ron Compton's ass.
Huh?
I said Jag is gonna whoop Ron Compton's ass.
Man, listen. But you know what? That's okay. I mean,
that's okay.
For effort. No, that's what I was trying to say. I hate you, Sheree. He gets the E for effort. All right, listen, we at the grand finale right now. Please like, share, subscribe. We love y'all. Again, it is fuck your feelings about our opinions respectfully. You can gather them at any exit door Tay Rock will be holding for you. Let's get into it. Drum roll, please. Let's talk about it. Ray, where are you? Black Money, I like that. Yes, sir. FYF. Yes, sir. All day long. Let's talk about it. Where is Ray? Clock Smalls, I love you too, bro. I love you too.
Ray being light skinned.
But I'm a fan as well. I know you are. But you got to come up here. You know, we got to talk about things.
Cheers.
Hold on. Where y'all at? Oh, God. Let's go.
That's exactly Savage. Exactly. That's my man too. Shout out to Savage, bro.
Oh, yes, Savage.
Day, you know what? DMV shit all day, man. Shout out to Savage. That's my man.
Let's go. Ray has been very intertwined. That's why I was kind of waiting on him to kind of kick this off as we've talked about this. But I mean, I can kick it off. I mean, how?
I ain't gonna lie. I got more questions than answers. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I don't even have questions.
I got a million questions, bro.
To be honest, I don't even have questions. At this
I need to hear what y'all got to say first before I ask these questions but I'm intrigued, but I got more questions than answers. I'm not gonna lie.
This is the way. Wait a minute. ADEP is going to be in with the names. Here's my thing though. Y'all don't feel like it's overkill, or do you feel like it's not? and why? Like, that's what I want to know. Here's the thing. I feel like
overkill on who end?
If Chris was,
overkill on who end?
Overkill on the bloggers end. I mean, that's the only people that's really going in right now. Is Battle Truth
Say a
and
specific name. Oh, I was about to say a specific name because you're saying just bloggers.
I couldn't think of all the other people. Well, DME, I think. Well, I don't even know that DME really. I'm gonna just leave it with Battle Truth. And again, he know at any time he can come up here. He, you know, hey, we talk, but I have my opinion. This is not about someone who is innocent or guilty. And the way I look at it, is that basically let me say this first, what I was about to say. Chris should, if he was going to make a 2-hour blog, his ass should have been truthful in that 2-hour blog. I appreciate the philanthropy work that he's doing now, because at the end of the day, if you're not built for jail, nobody I feel is built for jail, but you know what I mean? God has to put you through things for you to kind of see sometimes. You feel me? And if that's what he had to go through for him to get right, then that's what he had to go through. But at the same time, I don't feel I'm not here to judge him, because he got to take that up with God and this jury. You feel me? But I feel like, yes, we all have platforms and we have a duty to speak on certain things, but how far do we go before we become too involved in a case? That's where I'm at with it. And I just feel like, you know, name calling. And now, don't get me wrong, because there are some people who dick ride for a whole bunch of people, but I don't feel like the name calling is necessary because somebody doesn't value your opinion. We can agree to disagree.
Right.
If people feel like they're gonna go off the deep end for Chris Unbiased, hell, some people go off the deep end for Battle Truth, Caps, J Black, all of them. But why are they so wrong? Let them believe what they want to believe, and when the truth comes out, it just comes out. But this is what I'm about overkill. I'm gonna let y'all go so I can go get back to these comments.
Real quick, I just want to say this. Now, there is a difference between like paying attention to something and then going over the top with it. Now, this is my thing.
Right.
Do I think Chris Unbiased is innocent? I can't say yes, I can't say no, because of the simple fact of the reason I was not there. The only thing that I know is that he wanted to tell his story. Like, that was the only thing everybody really wanted.
Yeah, okay.
That's the number one thing everybody wanted.
That's your opinion about what you're supposed to do, Battle Truth. Now, you know you can come up here too, but at the same time, what you feel your duty is and some of the shit that you doing, and we talking about, and we all trying to be lawyers and prosecutors and everything else, bro, do you realize that you're kind of with the calling the DA and trying to put this girl, if you're thinking about her.
Wait. I'm not gonna put that on Battle Truth. It wasn't Battle Truth that called the DA.
No, I know.
It was one of his co-hosts.
No. I'm gonna get to that.
I mean,
but what I'm saying is, regardless of who was gonna call the DA, all of them. See, the fact that Battle Truth has them on his show, it's a collective. You see what I'm saying?
You gotta take responsibility.
So that's why I'm speaking about it. But what I'm saying specifically in regards to Battle Truth and like I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong. What I'm saying is, going as far as calling this girl, what if you do an interview with her and you're saying that they're still going to court? If she does an interview with you, do you know that you could possibly hurt her than help her? If she says something wrong, and then to think that what we say as bloggers or media or whatever doesn't hurt him, like,
it's irresponsible.
Like it's more of a hatred thing with you and him than it is a media duty. I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro. That's the way I look at it. Because if you look at if for you to feel like because he says that it's wrong or he's not being truthful about it, he is. I'm gonna take you back to Surf and Nitty. Surf and Nitty at known, what was that, 6 or 7? Remember when he got in trouble? He was supposed to be in Houston for a certain amount of time. Instagram told on him.
Yep.
He was in LA and his parole officer or probation, whatever, told him, get your ass back to Jersey. Otherwise, we violating you. Instagram told the story. And then I can give you other examples too. So social media can play a part in the case, bro. So that's all I'm saying. It's just certain things that I felt like, is it overkill or not? It's my opinion. I'm not going to tell you, oh, you shouldn't do this or dislike you because you're doing it. But just as well as you have an opinion, we do too. That's all.
Real quick. Hold on, real quick, because it's like we're jumping all over the thing. Okay, first I'm gonna say this: Battle Truth. I didn't know if that was your because he is in the comments. I didn't know if that was your co-host or not. I came in at the end of it. I assumed, so that's my bad. You said it was a regular fan that called the DA. It was a regular fan, so my bad on that part. Now, you said that you said Chris has the right to speak on it, so should she. But that's not your job for you to have her speak. If she wants to speak about it, she can either do a video herself or go on Instagram to speak her piece about the situation and then go from there. The fact that you're trying to be the medium in this to say, I need her to come on the show so she can speak her truth and this.
Shows your extra message.
We have to be completely honest, because we got to go way, way back, because most people are new. We got to go way back. Battle Truth, you saying he put a 10-minute clip in his video about you. Battle Truth, you have been bombing on that man for 2+ years. And he never said anything about you. So the fact that he put a 10-minute clip responding to you and the stuff that you've been saying for him for over 2 years, you can't get mad at him. Because even in your first live, you said, oh, he tried to come at your boy. He tried to come at your boy and put me at the end of the documentary. Bro, you've been bombing at him for 2 years. So he can't respond to you because of that. Let's get back to the whole original point that I'm saying. Do I think Chris is innocent? I don't know. But I'm not about to condemn this man either. I've read law books, but I am not a lawyer. I'm not about to sit up there and prosecute this man for something that we don't know if he did or if he didn't do. Hey, Battle Truth said drop the link. He want to come on the show.
Okay. Hold on 1 minute. I got you.
Get it.
Okay, so while y'all do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and say simply like this. The amount of negativity that draws attention into bloggers and to battle rap is sad. I wish people had this much momentum behind the actual culture and not just the narratives, whether they be true, found guilty, proven, or unproven, because everybody got skeletons. It's not long before that Battle Truth himself didn't have to go through the same situation when people were calling him a molester. So it's like, let's not forget where everyone has been and the places people had to come through and the situations they had to come out of to be where they are right now, and be happy that they had other people that were bigger than them that they can talk about at the time in order to get some of that heat up off their necks. Let's not play.
I swear I can never find his. Are y'all Battle Truth go to? Oh wait, I found him. The way he spells his name. I got you. I'm sending it to you right now. Okay, I sent it.
Is every indictment 100% correct?
Okay, but see,
that would be a good question.
Okay, here's the thing. I need people to put their listening ears on. We're not talking indictments. No. We're not talking anything that was in the paperwork or anything to that magnitude. What we talking about, is it overkill or is it not?
It's overkill.
That's all that we saying.
Like
not sifting through the paperwork. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a prosecutor.
Battle Truth, she sent you the link, man. Just Battle Truth, she sent you the link. Just click on.
I sent you the link. I sent you the link. I sent it to Twitter. It's not about that. I let y'all do that. I watched everything. I watched absolutely everything. And at the end of the day, like the first go round, Chris, I like when Battle Truth decided to say something about it. I wasn't mad about that as far as, or felt a way about it, because it was just like, okay, well, at the end of the day, Chris, you should have been truthful. You did embellish. You did make one thing seem like another. So Chris is way wittier than that. Back in the blogger war days, he was way wittier than that. battle rap has changed so much, and you have so many people that can find out certain things. At the end of the day, if you knew that shit could have came out, you should have been truthful about it, and I'm not allowed anybody, not even Battle Truth, not even just not allowed anybody to put that additional information out there, because even if you didn't want to tell the whole story because you are still going to court.
He said send it to his email.
Battle Truth. Okay. Did you put the email? Okay,
yeah, you got the email in the comments.
I see it. Hold on 1 minute.
I feel like this is about to be more overkill, but that's just my opinion.
No, because my thing is this. The one thing is, we're gonna allow everybody to get their piece in. When he comes on and he speaks, I'm gonna make sure I mute my microphone so I can hear what he say, and then I'm gonna give, because we ain't gonna do the over talking, and we ain't gonna do the over talking and all of that other kind of stuff.
I mean, we can work on that for us. He's not that special.
When I hit him up about something, he'll pop out. So and then ain't nobody hiding. That's the thing about it. Nobody's hiding from.
I'm just glad I'm a fly on the wall.
That's how I feel. Nice little fly.
Just a fly on the wall at this point. I'm just gonna keep it all the way, honey. I'm just
y'all
a fly on the wall.
My hair match my shirt and my pictures. I think that is super awesome, y'all. But anyway, back to what we talking about.
I just felt like it was a lot of. I just felt like it was. I have a lot more questions than the answers. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think anything was truly answered.
Just having all the questions, I feel like this. The court of public opinion can do somebody's life in such a revamped way. It's bothersome to those who, you know what I'm saying, feel for people. Like it's annoying to see how many people's opinions and viewpoints can be taken as something that it's actually not facts, but because it can be revamped in their following, and it's just a lot to have to sit back and watch somebody go through, whether you know them personally or not, because you know somebody that's been through it personally.
You cursed.
So it's just, I don't know. Like, people do a lot for a little bit. So I could say
it's just taking me a minute to get to the email part, because I don't have, when I do this, I don't have everything up. So I had to pull up the email. I had to do all that. So yeah, he got the email now. Let's see. Keep up the good. Thank you. Black Money. That's what it is. I mean, while we waiting for him to come on, if anybody else got anything to say that now, so that we can go ahead and allow him to talk. And I'm
gonna say this then, Wayne. Battle rap media, battle rap bloggers, and this is not at Battle Truth. This ain't at Chris Unbiased. Y'all can get a little message sometimes, man. Like, we supposed to be talking about battle rap. We supposed to be talking about bars. We talking entertainment, the performance arts. Y'all messy. Y'all a little too personal for me. You know what I'm saying?
And to me, bro, I think that's one of the main reasons why sometimes, like, I like to take extensive breaks away from battle rap media, because you're absolutely right. We be engulfed in too much in the dirty business, because it's like, okay, you might I'm gonna just put this hypothetical out there. You might start a page and all you talking about is battle rap. And you might get 100 views here, 100 views there, a couple of subscribers there, and then you decide. As soon
as you throw the negativity in there.
Let me talk about well, who Miss Hustle was messing with behind the scenes, or who this person was doing what with, and then you start seeing your view count go up. That's what makes you start going this route. I agree sometimes with the whole with some of the stuff the battle rappers say when it comes to this, because some of these dudes come off as trolls. Like I said, when some of these guys headlines on Twitter say the ultimate troll, that tells me something.
Right.
That tells me something, that you don't care. You're there to put on some BS.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. My thing is this: if we're going to talk about battle rap as part of media, let's talk about battle rap as part of media. The fact that we have to sit up here and have to go over all of this stuff and try to break down if it's overkill or not, that, to me, that's we're doing way too much, especially as a community. Now, if we want to say, let's weed these kind of people out, out of our community, they don't need to be here. That's one thing. But to go into this deep end of putting names out there, to putting pictures out there with names and stuff. You know how fucked up the internet world is that a bunch of people could go harass this damn girl now that you did that?
They don't care.
And then you know what's even more crazy is, let's say if this girl is going through some depressive stuff and you put her name and picture out there, people go harass her and she take her life. That's on your hands.
Sure is.
That's on your hands.
But see, they're not gonna want to take that responsibility though. See, and that's the part of it when I say people putting their mouth on
real thing.
You're not gonna want to take the responsibility of someone hurting themselves or going into depression or any of that stuff, and then you're gonna find a way to flip it. Like, oh, I'm not that type of person. I didn't want that to happen. I just wanted to get the information out there. No, you want to be a part of something negative, and something negative happened, but that's not your fault though. When people with these followings and these backings and their channel, and that's cool to have all the subscribers that you want. Those people really do go after people. I mean, like in their emails, doxing them online. These people go that far. So don't act like you don't know the type of fans that you have or could possibly have that's following you.
And ATL, and that's my thing. I don't know where truth is, but that's my thing, because that's what I wanted to tell him. Or I didn't want to tell him, in a blog. So I'm really glad. I figured he would pull up, but I'm really glad that he pulled up. But that's what I wanted to tell him while you're digging. And that's the thing. If it's hatred for this man, you got to be careful. That's on some real shit. That ain't on no, you know what I mean? He knows. I can't change who I am from battle rap to now. So at the end of the day, that's some real shit. When you start digging holes for somebody, make sure you dig one for yourself. We was taught that as youngsters. I sent it. Hold on. Let me try it again.
That's a fact. And I totally agree with JTB more ATL. I agree with that statement. You can't.
Okay,
don't play coy.
Tell me if this is right. The number 1, B as in Bravo, T as in Tom, judge at gmail.com. That's what I thought you put down. Tell me if that's right. Again, the number 1, B as in Bravo, T as in Tom, judge at gmail.com.
Shout out to Wayne with the telephone.
He said it is. And it's saying address not found. Should I have
shout out to Wayne with the telephone voice?
I know. I'm sorry. That's how it is a show when it's a work mode.
Bravo.
Okay. So hold on. When he came on Charmaine's show the week before last, how did they get him on here? Did they send it through his email? Did they send it through?
That was a Charmaine. You talking about Danny when he came on?
Damn, Danny, my bad. Shit.
I'm on your mind, am I now, baby? Talk nothing.
Send it to his IG. Okay, y'all sent it to his IG. No. Okay, it's a 1 at the end. Hold on.
Oh, so it's a 1 at the. Okay, that's what it is.
I got you. Hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. We gonna get it together.
My bad, Danny and Charmaine. I don't like to mix people up.
I don't take no offense. I don't take no offense. Thank you kindly.
Because I sure said, well, what do your Charmaine show? I said that shit convincing as hell.
Nigga would have died on that word. Bro.
I ain't know what show he was talking about, but I was like,
she just looked
at
right?
Speaking of Danny in the comments too. What's going on, Danny?
What up, Danny? That girl had swamp looking. That's all I say on that.
I gotta stop. I'm trying to send this man this link. And
I wish I could have made that a meme. That should have been a meme.
I saw a little bit of
material. I was like,
then I came in on the end of the show and she did an impromptu interview with me at the end of the show.
That was so cool. Yeah, we talked about that. Okay. I just sent it again, Battle Truth. Okay. Y'all be trying to get it together. He coming.
Yeah, we really is trying to get it together. Like we're live. Like
yeah, we are live.
Yeah. Me and Mike are just flies on the wall at this point.
I'm chilling, baby.
chilling.
I'm trying to see about heating up their
We got
plate
the
real quick
popcorn
and get
together.
to it.
Because life is already crazy, you know, and Blade and Ray make an excellent point. You really don't know by coming and battle rap. We so fucking petty. We are so petty. You don't know who may get a hold of this girl and say some shit. You don't. People, we living in some crazy times right now. Motherfuckers will take their life in a heartbeat. My bestie was telling me, I was on the phone with her the other day as she's driving. She was coming from Tacoma, and she said that as they're crossing the bridge, it's a motherfucker that jumped off the bridge to commit suicide as she's driving. Like,
come on, man.
We don't know. You know what I mean? Like this fantasy world that we live in, as if battle rap is any different. Like we are not human beings in this world. It's no different. I'm not. I have, you know, I've seen a lot of people. Oh, for niggas who got daughters. Listen, I take care of both my daughters without nothing from a nigga, and I'm not being, you know, I'm not applauding that. You know, but what I'm saying is that I handle my responsibilities. I lost my immediate family. The person that I am is a protector. I rule out the woman, the man. I am a protector because I'm here on this earth with minds by myself. You feel me? So the person that I am, I have to look at things in a certain way. And I've always been like that. Anybody that knows me will tell you that I'm always come with 150 million other different reasons as to how I look at things before I can answer that one question. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But at the same time, I have to have the most educated response to something. And I'm always thinking about how it may affect someone else. That's just who I am. So it's not about taking sides in this situation. It's more about the fact that I looked at this situation and like I said, at first, I felt like what he did say was very heartfelt. You know, people go through things. I've been that person who went through something. The biggest thing that I went through in my life was losing my entire family. But if you know me, you know how devastating that was. Mm-hmm. You know what the past 15, 20 years has been for me. I lost my mom first, very young, at an age where I was trying to become a woman. So there's a lot of struggles that I've had in my life that I look at other people's shit, you know, a certain way. I don't just look at things and be like, oh, it ain't my business. Everybody's situation, I look as heartfelt. That's just who I am. Mm-hmm. I don't just look at things.
And I would just like to say as well, little boys get raped out here too. And just because I'm
echo. I don't just look at things. And I would just like to say, you're on. I think that's you out here too.
Battle Troop, you're on.
He might have it playing on like his phone or whatever.
I think he's playing it.
I don't just look at things. And I always like to say, you're on. I think that's you out here too.
Battle Troop, you're on.
He might have it playing on his phone or whatever.
I think he's playing it.
Oh, hold on. My bad. That was me. My bad.
All right, that's okay.
I'm watching y'all at the same time. My bad.
Okay.
Listen, before I begin, hold on, baby. Sit down right there. Right there, baby. Sit down right there for a second. Okay, before I begin, come on, baby. Sit down right there. Sit down right there. Thank you. Okay, before I begin, man, let me just say this. I don't know who that lady is in a minute, but I'm trying not to have no problem because she's been very disrespectful, saying, who am I? I ain't nobody special. Skeletons in my closet. Eliana, please, baby, please. Could I do this? All right, so I ain't trying to come up here and cause no problem like that, but I will clear my name. I don't like people speaking about my baby mama lying and not knowing the truth about what happened, but speaking on her like they know the truth. I'm tired of people saying that type of stuff. So if you're gonna bring up my baby mama, tell the truth. Tell the truth. What I said, and not what these people on the internet saying to try to make it seem like some shameful thing took place 25 years ago. Let's just clear that up. With that being said, this Chris Unbiased situation, yeah, what you want to say, man?
Okay, what I wanted to say was we were talking in context because you weren't yet on camera.
No,
so when we were speaking of all the conversations, we were speaking of all the situations that have happened, not with just you, but several people that have been accused of things. And when people talk about them before there's proof or facts to put out there, there's an issue that comes about from that. And you can take that personally, but you're not the only person.
I'm taking.
So I mean,
brought up my baby mother, and you don't know what you're talking.
I don't know who your baby mother is. And I didn't bring up your baby mother.
She wasn't the one that brought up your baby mother.
I really did. I didn't.
Somebody in the comments.
I didn't.
Bro, I'm watching this, bro.
No, honey, I did not. I don't know who your baby mother is. Okay, no, I did not bring up your baby mother.
That's neither here nor there. It's no big deal. But I just want to clear something up right quick. Hold on. Yeah, hello. All right. Anyway, here's the point. So y'all saying, is it overkill of me and Chris unbiased? Let me just explain this. Like when your brother say that I've been bombing on him for 2 years. See, I don't like when people highly exaggerate things. Like 2 years, I just been bombing on this man. Like you go through my channel, all you're gonna see is Chris unbiased videos. I got over 4,000. I got over 4,000 videos, bro. And I doubt if even 20 of them is about Chris unbiased. Did you know that? You can research and do that. Look up yourself. Let's just
on this channel or on the last channel.
You ain't gonna really get 20. You really ain't gonna get 20 on this channel at all, and even on the last channel. But let's just talk about it. Before Chris unbiased got locked up, me and him was going back and forth, and that's no secret to the battle rap community. In fact, that led to a lot of the beef I've been having with other bloggers as a result of that, because of how many people came to his defense, from Butterfly, Gems, Rome DMV, Fan Point of View. All that came from the Chris unbiased situation me and him was having because of his influence over the battle rap community. No big deal. With that being said, because he went to jail as a result of us going back and forth, that was on him. That don't mean that I got to be quiet because he put himself in a situation where he got locked up. So I would say something every now and then, bringing up the case every now and then. But it wasn't an ongoing thing where I'm just bringing him up like that. No. And if anybody been watching me, they know this is what I do. My name is Battle Truth. I get down to the truth and the heart of the matter of the things. So with that being said, I said when I first was found out he was finna come back and do his trailer, people sending me all type of emails and Instagram messages. Oh, Chris finna come back. What you gonna do? I say, listen, I don't give a damn if he come back. I really don't care. I just hope he got his mind right on what he doing before he get out. That's what I said. Let it be like that. But when he released the trailer, then I'm hearing Goods and them all taking shots, and I'm like, oh, really? I peeped all that. So guess what?
Wait. When did they take shots at you?
Did you even see the video, Mom?
I saw it. Don't do that, Battle Truth, because I was about to ask you. Did you see it? Because I felt like when your first live, I felt like you didn't see it. I felt like you heard it from somebody. And I'm guilty that I go off of what somebody may tell me sometimes and go crazy on people. But I'm only saying that, yes, I did, but I didn't see nobody say nothing about you.
Yeah, even in the video, he got a 10-minute clip of me, my picture, my video showing me and everything.
Well, no. I was just speaking about Goods and them. I'm not talking. I knew that he was going to do that. I knew he was going to do that with you. I'm not talking about that, and I expected it because I said a tweet. I was like, this is about to get entertaining. I knew you would come back.
He said this. This is what happened in the trailer. He said, "I get out. I'm watching blogs. People saying my case may pertain a child." Right. Where did they get that from? Which was stupid, because your paperwork clearly says that it could be either or. It could be either or. That's what your paperwork says. It clearly says that on an aggravated sodomy, it could either be you forcing a person or it could be a child 10 years of age. So why are you acting like you don't know where that came from?
But did you hear what I said? They said that you started that.
Look, everything I'm addressing the paperwork. What I'm doing even right now, where people saying it might be overkill, I'm addressing paperwork. Now, with that being said, when he said he don't know where that come from, then it clip into Goods. Goods like, yeah, Chris got this problem with this blogger dude. This blogger dude don't like him, so he hating on him. So he say things about him and things that's not true. So I had to go do my own. And you already know how the battle rap community is. I'm supposed to be the one that nobody say the name on their channels. So they mention me as the blogger dude. But people who know the history know exactly who he was talking about and why when the trailer came out, he like, let me get to you, Truth. Why? Because everybody's saying Truth and Chris Unbiased feud is back on again. So here's my thing. I'm listening to the trailer. I'm listening to what you're saying. None of your story make no sense at all. So guess what? I'm gonna do what Battle Truth do. Let's break down these lies he said from A, B, C, D. So I get to breaking down the lies. Then guess what he do after that? He addressed what I say. Then I come back and bomb again. Then he addressed what I say then. So it's a back and forth. It ain't overkill if he responded and I'm responding. But here's the difference. I'm bringing forth the paperwork of the case that's available for everybody to see. That's public knowledge. That's public knowledge. And showing, because people were saying I was a lie, because I said, y'all know it's two people that's involved in rape. Not one person. There is two young girls involved in this rape. They're like, no, you making that up. It's a lie. Okay, let's go through the paperwork. This what he hiding. This what he not letting y'all see. This is what he avoiding. He lied to the whole entire battle rap community. But guess what? Some people don't care. Then I look on the internet, his followers talking about let's taking channel down. Let's go flag all the videos about Chris Unbiased. Why? Because Chris know I'm telling the truth and it's hurting him because he lied. Now here's the thing. I'm speaking on behalf of the young girls involved in this thing that he said calling a liar. He calling them liars. They don't have a right to defend themselves.
Okay, but hold up, because
okay, hold on.
Wait. But see, okay, everything that you just said before that, we weren't. I don't know when you came in, if you've been in the chat the whole time, but everything you said before that, we didn't say that was overkill. Now, this is where, because actually Ray was in your comments. So I'm going to let Ray do the talking on this one because he was actually talking to you about this.
Okay, so first I'm going to say this. First of all, I don't know you from a can of paint. You don't know me. The fact that you put one of my comments up and said, oh, here go one of his little girlfriends right here. What I was referring to you when I said he didn't say that was when y'all was talking about at the end of the video where he was mentioning something about being the #1 blogger or something like that. He never mentioned anything about being the #1 blogger. He said that's not even his reason why he came back. I think he froze.
Is he?
Yeah,
I think he froze.
God damn.
Round one, it's on you, Ray.
I'm gonna let Ray do this because Ray, like I said, Ray been in the comments with him a few times, and I saw that shit too,
Ray. I was wondering when the live was gonna get thrown because I was
waiting. I was waiting. My thing is this: if I'm debating somebody, bro, I want you to go ahead and get your points out, man. So you won't sit up here and say, "Yo, they didn't let me talk. They overtalked me. They all ganged up on me. This, and the third." So after that, I just was like, okay, boom, let me go ahead. And that's why I put my mic on mute and let that man talk. And then we was going to go ahead and get into what we really felt was overkill. What we felt that he was doing, that was too much on. And I wanted to get into the whole thing of, bro, don't sit up here and tell.
Horrible. I'm not
comments up. I know they lit right now.
I'm gonna wait.
Like the flower, but anyway, I really feel.
Oh no! He's coming back.
Battle rap. Di, he coming back. He'll be back up. He
froze. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah.
Hey, you see, I got my snacks. I can't heat up the plate.
Here you go.
Okay. So this is the thing that I want to clear up, because some of your you don't read all of the comments in real time. Sometimes you be in the middle of getting your shit off when you live truth, and then you throw a comment on here. When I said to you, that's not what he said. I was referring to the whole thing about the number one blogger situation because he brought up, he said, is this what you want to do? You want to be the number one blogger? Because I don't care for being the number one blogger. And in your original point, you were saying that, oh, he was talking about being the number one blogger. I said he didn't say that. But then y'all switched over and talked about something else. And then you saw my comment and put it up and said, oh, here's one of his girlfriends right here taking up for him. No, I never took up for him about that. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I didn't know that was you though. I didn't know that was you at first. I saw I say, oh, that was him. Go ahead though.
So we have that. Now, I agree with your points because I seen the documentary twice, and it did leave me with some questions. It most definitely left me with some questions. What we're talking about, we feel the overkill is that you're putting the alleged victim's picture out there. You're putting their names out there. And truth, you know how fucked up this battle rap community is. That people will sit up there, they will email this girl, find out where she is, and troll this girl. And if we don't know how wait. We don't know how this girl's mental state is. And if people troll that girl and she kills herself, that will fall on you because you put that girl's name out there. You put that girl's picture out there. I'm not sitting up here saying what you're doing is not right or wrong, because you're right. If he did some fucked up shit, we got to clean this battle rap community because we're all we got. We got to get these kind of sick fucks out of here. But to put the victim's name out there, that's what we felt was overkill. To put her picture out there, that's what we felt was overkill. Now,
well, could I say this? The picture was already going online, bro. Because okay, now you remember when you say y'all didn't know that the guy who said he reached out to the DNA, the DA, that was actually a fan. Do you know that most of the paperwork I've been getting have been coming from fans, just regular? You know how and true, you know how this battle rap community is. They get on top of things. They get on top of things. Everybody don't like Chris. Let's get that clear. Just like everybody don't like me. But one thing about the people that they do like, they like being entertained regardless of who's going to be the one to do it. Now, with
that's the thing, True. I get that, but this is not entertainment. This is a real life situation.
I know that. I'm just telling you what the community does. Because let me tell you what they do. They instigate a lot. Like I told you in the beginning, they were coming to me saying, hey, Chris gonna get you. Chris gonna get you. Now what you gonna do? I'm like, dude, you sound crazy. I don't give a damn about Chris. Well, he's not going to do nothing to me. But this what they trying to hype something up. You can't put cables on me. I don't care about that. But when I saw the trailer, and when I saw that they were trying to change the narrative and take the light off what this man is allegedly being accused of, raping 2 young girls and then throwing it on me, I'm like, hold on, I'm not finna be your scapegoat player. That's not finna happen. So let's get down and address the situation. That's when I started going in. But here's the thing. Adi Boom caught so much scrutiny in this battle rap community from everybody, all of us. For the most part, he had to show paperwork to prove he wasn't a snitch. He had, 15 minutes of fame wanted it. Angry Fan wanted it. Hip Hop is Real wanted it. I wanted it. Everybody wanted that man to show paperwork. The battle rappers came out, demanded he show paperwork, restore order. Everybody wanted him to show paperwork for snitching. How much more unbiased with 2 rape cases against 2 young black girls? His paperwork shouldn't be demanded. It shouldn't be required the same thing. Why is it that he want to tell his story, but the paperwork we showing is the paperwork he got. And if you're gonna speak on the situation, then you have to show the proof of it. Since you want to speak on it, if you're gonna
here's the thing. You saying if you go speak on it, if he's going to speak on it, we have been demanding since he's been locked up. Yo, Chris, we just want to hear your side of the story, bro. So we can't say, okay, well, he told us our side of the story, but no, that ain't enough. Now we need to see the paperwork. Okay. Then if he provides whatever it is that he can provide at that time, whatever he can provide at that time or whatever. And like you said, it's all in discovery. It's all public record. Right. We can all do this. But here's the thing. Like you said, the battle rap community jump on a whole bunch of shit. But I also know one thing about the battle rap community. Most of these motherfuckers ain't detectives. None of these motherfuckers are DAs. None of these people are prosecutors or defense attorneys. So there is nothing to come up with a whole bunch of information and paint it to look a certain way. It's nothing to do that. Now, again, I'm not saying that the man is innocent, because like you, I saw the documentary. I watched it twice. I took my notes, and they left me with more questions than answers. The only issue that I have with this is the fact that we sit up here, the court of public opinion, especially when it comes to black people, and I'm not just talking about black men, I'm talking black men and women and children. The court of public opinion is the worst kind of opinion that we can have on anybody, because I'm going to tell you this. Let's hypothetically say that it turns out Chris is innocent. You know what the majority of people is going to say? He still probably could have did it. So I ain't believing that he got off this time, but he still might have did something. So I get it. You're right. I get that point about it is about black women and protecting black women. Bro, ain't nobody been in most situations trying to fight and protect black women. I done lost jobs seeing niggas put hands on black women, and I lost jobs whooping their ass for it. So I get all of that you saying, my brother. But the whole point that I'm getting to is putting the victim's name out there, putting the pictures out there. And you said it's already been out there, bro. My bad, because I only seen it on your page. So my bad, I'm not going to solely put it on you if the names and the pictures was out there. But putting the victims' names out there and the pictures, and we know how fucked up this battle rap community, they will troll surf over a fucking choke. So you think they will not troll this woman about a serious accusation, and if her mind is messed up, she killed herself?
Well, they put the name out there before I did. Again, I got the information from the people. You got to understand, bro. I'm not a brother that's in social media. That's just like when she said she just sent me the email through the Twitter. I don't be on Twitter. I'm like, send it to my email. You get what I'm saying? My information come from the fans. Chris put that name out there first on them victims. He like, the girl name is Shannon, and I met Shannon at the club. Come to find out, that wasn't Shannon. That was actually.
Well, see, and no. And that part, like I said, when we ask, is it overkill or not? What you did was again, like I said in the beginning, Chris had the opportunity to be completely truthful. And at the end of the day, I mean, crying wolf, you set yourself up, even if it wasn't you. You set yourself up for a fan or anybody for that information to be put out there because you embellished what the truth was. Now, again, your platform, like you said, you have the responsibility to put facts out there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But then, and you can't be responsible for what other people say. But then again, just as well as on here, I have to be accountable for what they say in terms of what we put out there. Somebody wants to call the DA, but then the interview that you wanted to do with her, you said that he's in pretrial. So if this is going to trial, my thing is with the responsibility to show the people the truth, that can hurt her case, possibly, depending on what she say. That's the overkill part for me. We know that it's you proved that it was a second person, or that that basically this was her instead of the Shannon girl.
Right.
But that's, to me, just in my opinion, that's where it should have stopped. Because
I get what you're saying, Wayne. I get what you're saying. I also get what you're saying, Ray. And it make a lot of sense. But I still have no control over the community. My thing is to bring order to what's going to be put out there. A picture's going to be put out there. All that stuff is already was done. So I'm like, okay, let me bring order to it and bring it into a place where it's controlled and explained properly, since it can't be stopped. They're going to do it anyway. The DA situation, let me just explain that. That was a fan, one of the guys who actually is getting all the paperwork and giving it to people. That was a fan who watched battle rap a lot, who was giving that information and emailing us, me, ADAP, things like that. So here's the thing. He was going to get in contact with the DA to find out where to get the whole case at, because it's all over the internet, spread it out for money. Each page costs 50 cents here, 50 cents there, go to there, go to this website, download this. The DA, he was going to call to get direction where to go to get the whole case that's already is open to the public that we can all get. And he was going to pay for it himself. That's why he said, I'm going to get in contact with the DA to see where we can get the paperwork at. The same paperwork Chris have. So he like, I'm going to call to get the DA information to see where we can get the whole case at instead of getting it in section here, page here, page there, to get the whole thing, to see it all, just like the North's case on URL, to get the whole breakdown, the whole 82 pages. So he was going to do that, call the DA, see where he can go to get all the paperwork, pay for it, so that the battle rap community can see the whole thing, since he's telling an inconsistent story that's not lining up, that he's not telling the truth about. So we have the right to see this as the people, and it's public knowledge. Why not? So that was my thing. I was just going to address it like that, because he keep lying about the thing over and over. He telling lie after lie after lie after lie. I'm coming back, busting them out. And that's how it is. But I do understand Ray, and I do understand you when it comes to the woman's name. But I was going to reach out to the lady and ask her, did she want to tell her part of the story? That was it, if she wanted to or not. But I'm smart enough to know how to talk to her. I wasn't going to exploit the girl. I just wanted her story to be out. Sort of like how when Kiki came out and said what happened to what Mav did to her, everybody just got to attacking her. Oh, you just want some money. You put your Cash App out there. She didn't put her Cash App out there. People was asking her for her Cash App while she was telling the story. What's your Cash App?
She actually did. She had a second page where she put it out there and said that it was for legal fees.
But what I'm saying is, when she first came out saying it, telling the story, people was in the comments asking her for her Cash App.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, oh, my Cash App is right here. But people used that against that girl, attacked that girl, tore her down, and then made a mockery out of her to the point that she didn't even want to come out and say nothing no more. And I just find it so appalling to see how many men in this community seem like they got a hate towards these women. Like, oh, that B this, that H that was good for her. She deserved it. Mav come on, before he could even open his mouth, he already getting $3,000 in donations without even a person even.
Well, I mean, I agree.
Like, I'm like, damn, they done gave this man $3,000 when this woman just came out saying he allegedly raped her, and before he could even defend himself, they already put money in his pocket. And then the comments, guys saying, be careful, man, what you say. Don't try to say too much. You can get in trouble. Or do this, trying to help and assist him and actually explaining what the woman said. Like they baiting him in rather than allowing him to speak for himself, so you can see how genuine his response may be.
Right. Well, and I mean, okay, and let's bring it there. We didn't even speak on either one. We didn't speak on that like that up here, because not for nothing, they both had inconsistencies from the door.
It wasn't my place to speak about it.
It was not my place to speak on it. And I felt, because at the end of the day, she was inconsistent. And then she never came with proof. Even if she was being trolled or whatever the case may be, there was proof there that you could have been like, boom, there we go. Fuck what y'all talking about. Right. It there, you know, like I said, I don't ever like to say too much when it comes to certain things, especially in battle rap, because of how things are taken. In that situation, he didn't say nothing. He did a whole goddamn mixtape review.
Yeah.
So I get where you're coming from. With this situation, like I said, it again, somebody, and it's a few questions that I'm gonna put up here. A lot of people feel a certain way. And that's what
I just don't like the disrespect that they show to these young girls. Like, this man 46 years old, this girl like 20 years old. Like, what are we doing here? Like, come on, man. Like, you listen at the man's story, pocket full of fake money, getting young girls off the internet, getting sexual favors from them, acting like you stupid and don't know. I'm talking about just lie after lie after lie after lie. And I'm like, come on, man, I'm finna address this. No. You know what I'm saying? And it comes to this. We all got our separate channels. Y'all do what y'all do on y'all channel. I do what I do on my channel. He do what he do on his channel. Here's the thing. Watching is a choice. It ain't something you're forced to do. Watching is a choice. You don't have to watch me. But I find it crazy that people saying that they don't like what I'm doing, but watch every time I drop something. Like my number's higher than it was before I started addressing this, but yet you steady watching it. Like, and I ain't doing it.
That's just like a battle. We don't. That's some people we may not care for, but we're battle rap analysts, so you gotta watch it. You see what I'm saying?
No doubt.
You had information that other people weren't putting out. So of course, anybody who may not mess with you or whatever, they're gonna watch it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying, but yeah, they're gonna watch it. And at the end of the day, it's just even with what the things, like I said, with what you were saying, you made points to basically look out for. Yes, this is happening now. So now Bishop actually asked Chris May, he did a fan mail. And I'm being told, I didn't get a chance to watch it. I'm being told
I didn't watch it either.
That he actually addressed it. Yeah, I'm actually being told that he did address it.
But he addressed it wrong from what I'm hearing, and he lied again. Because according to what they said, he said that the girl Keisha he know. Shannon, the one he told us about in the documentary, he don't know. That was a cold case threw on him because he fit a description. Okay, that's wrong in that. Because here's the thing. They're not throwing a rape case on you because you fit a description when the victim is alive to identify you. You see, you're trying to sound smart, but you sounding stupid. Just because you fit a description, no. Because if you go back to the documentary, the indictment paper of Shannon is actually saying he did this to me by name and actually saying what he did. So a case wasn't put on him from a description. The victim herself clearly let it be known he did this to me. He sodomized me and he raped me and held me against my will. So he lied right there. If that's what he said, that was a bold-faced lie. And this why I always break it down. Because this is what I do, Wayne. It ain't just Chris. Whether you're going to go through the Mav situation, the Tay-Rock situation, any Smack situation, in Tech 9 situation, this is what I do. This is what I always done. So this ain't nothing different. It's not being selective because it's Chris. It's the topic that's happening right now in battle rap. It may be somebody next week. That's the topic next week. But what's happening is I'm thoroughly breaking these things down like I'm known to do. And you can see in the comment, people like, man, I love when Truth get on top of stuff. He break it down. Nobody breaks it down like him. He dissect it. That's what I do. That's what I made my name off of, Battle Truth, breaking down these lies clearly done and exposing them for what it is. And he mad about it because he like, damn, I thought I was just going to get away telling them something good. And look at this dude right here just busting holes in my game. You damn right I am. Because if it's two young girls involved, brother, you ain't finna get no easy walking here like this after what just happened to Adi Boom. Man, the whole community was on Adi Boom for snitching. How much more two young girls that allegedly been raped? Come on now, we're not finna play them games like that. I'm not finna do it. I don't care how a person feel or think. I'm just keeping it real.
In the comments, they're saying basically it came out this morning. They're saying that you should have watched it. Let me ask you this. If at any point when he does go to court, this is dropped, everything is done, if he's found not guilty, completely not guilty, would you apologize?
I don't have no problem with apologizing. I have apologized many times. I ain't done apologizing. Look, I'm a human being. I'm flawed. I make mistakes. God ain't done with me yet, but that's what I do, though. I don't have no problem with apologizing if I'm wrong.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Battle Truth. This a light note. This is just a light note. You didn't apologize for going 1-8 in that tournament, man. Like, you put out a blog saying this is why you should have won. Like,
was I supposed to apologize because I lost the tournament?
Because no. Because you said that you was going to the finals, you was killing everybody.
I did. But this what I also said too. See, I didn't like that tournament thing because it was a lot of, you see the outcome of what happened after, right?
Yeah.
they hid a lot of things, and we found out they were plotting on us from the very beginning. Depending on who won that thing was who was gonna get the money and who was gonna get the blue check. They put up screenshots of them even speaking behind our backs, talking about none of the battle rap bloggers deserve a blue check if it wasn't such and such and such and such. So we know that also. We also know they hid the money, saying that it was 2,500, but again, that was based upon who won also. So they really, really played them type of game. They didn't even let us know when they was hand selecting us to do the tournament what the money was, even though they announced what the fans was going to get. Now, how is it that the fans get more money than the bloggers that cover the whole tournament? Like, come on. But look, it's their story. But I say this to say this, bro. I really believed I was gonna win that tournament. Now, let me just say this. I also said, if I get past this first round, I'm winning this tournament. Because the first round was going to let me see who was really taking the tournament serious, who's coming to play. And I was going to get an idea of how the judges viewed the battles to judge them. But I said the first thing is just a prediction. So I went off what I thought would be the prediction. But it didn't turn out that way. No big deal. I really don't care. It don't take away from what I do know. But I wasn't really tripping off that. I was just doing it for the entertainment, for the fun of the people and everything. And I was just hyping it up. That's basically what I was doing. But I didn't think I had to apologize for it.
Okay, so there's two questions.
You
Bad Money. Huh?
Go ahead. I say
Bad Money basically asked in the last few years.
Hold on. I gotta take my daughter outside. I'm sorry. Hold on. With our mama here. Please.
Okay. No, you good. You good.
Come on.
Y'all, I'm gonna try to get your comments in.
Wink, I have to go because I got something to take care of. I was trying to stay on because I wanted to talk a little bit more about these things, and then I wanted to talk about, I wanted to go deeper into like how they do pin cases on people, because when I had my assault charge or whatever, they most definitely tried to jam me and my boys up and pile on additional cases and stuff. But Wing, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have to holler at you later because I got some family stuff to take care of right now.
Okay.
All right, peace.
So I'm going to wait for Battle Truth and we'll finish this off. And yeah, I got to get ready to go in a minute too, because I have to go to work tonight, but we're going to finish this off. Let's see. There's so many comments here. I'm sorry, y'all. We was really just trying to get, what did do P Black? Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna try to go through the comments and whatnot, and then just pick out some of the best comments. Y'all disrespectful. Give me some for real comments though that you want him to or questions that you want him to answer, so we can kind of wrap this up. Yeah, it's very crazy. Right. That part about the charges, I think, thank you, Crazy. The part about the charges, I think, I felt like that was truthful in terms of them not being able to keep anything pinned on him. Contrary to everything else, that's the part that I feel like, was truthful. And I wish I had saw the blog. Can somebody give me, I got off work at 8 this morning, so I was knocked out. I slept until almost 12 o'clock, but can somebody give me basically an overview of what it was about? Because I definitely had planned to watch it. I saw that it was up, but by the time I saw it, we were actually about to start the show, so I couldn't really get into it. But can somebody briefly tell me what it was about? Oh, it's not going to court. Oh, okay. And I thought Chris had said that initially, that he was waiting for, it was dead docketed, and he was actually waiting for them to dismiss everything. I thought that's what he had said initially. He has monthly hearings. They were definitely two separate cases. Non-hun. It was definitely two separate cases, and that's kind of where this is all stemming from. There was a case with a girl named Shannon, and there was the case with the girl Kiera. The case with the girl Kiera is the main case, I guess you could say. That was the main case. What Chris did, I guess, was, and y'all can tell me if I'm right or wrong, what Chris did was, when he explained it initially, Shannon was not the one that he should have been speaking on. Kiera was the one that he should have been speaking on in terms of everything that occurred. No, dead docket doesn't mean that he's innocent. However, if they're throwing a case out, or if they're going to dead docket, if they're dismissing it, regardless of new judge, new DA, if there's not enough evidence, it gets thrown out, right? Or, I mean, because from my understanding, even sometimes a plaintiff or a person doesn't even have to take that to court. The state can pick it up. But the thing is, he showed paperwork from 2015, paperwork on 2017 situation. So basically, he exposed himself. Right. And Zozo, that's where the problem is the fact that all it is because, again, like I said, I keep saying, if he was going to do the redemption video, the 2017 case is what he should have been speaking on instead of the 2015, or both, or just explained it all. But he chose not to do that. And so here we are. However, as far as what the breakdown crew feels, is it overkill once we get past explaining all of this to the people? We know that we have fans that can get information and what have you to prove what is what. Though at that point in time, where is going too far? Somebody said earlier, integrity in the matter in this situation where you now have people's names out there. We're not thinking about the bigger picture of what's happening there. We don't know this woman, and everybody, these bigger bloggers have fan bases that you just never know. Hell, you just never know what somebody may do for somebody else. But you don't put that person in a situation to where they can potentially mess their case up. I wouldn't put that on me to do that. Where we basically, the facts are out there. What Chris should have said is out there. It makes him come back and have to tell the whole story. It makes for the battle rap community to want to now see this paperwork. And hey, if you don't, we ain't really fucking with you. Now he has to be transparent. In other words, that's making him transparent. But then to go a little further, we don't feel like that was necessary. That's where we're coming from. Charmaine, we're waiting for Battle Truth to come back. He had to take care of the baby. Okay, dead docket is to give the state or victim to find new evidence. Right. I mean, like I said, for the most part, what I feel like what Chris was saying was, for the most part, true in terms of even, let's put it this way. From my understanding, with rapes or stuff of things of that nature, you won't be getting a bond. And then if we're going to add these two cases in there, the state of Georgia, Chris, you can tell me if I'm right, the state of Georgia, and this is when he first got arrested. The reason why he didn't get a bond was because that other offense, from my understanding, or it was an aggravated charge. State of Georgia won't let you out if there's aggravated charge or whatever. So to dismiss or to basically have this 2015 situation fall off of him, now you have a new judge, now you have a new DA. They could go back with the bond hearings or what have you. Tell me if I'm right or wrong with that, because that's what I thought I was told a little while ago. That was kind of a situation that came about, that initially when he wasn't allowed a bail was because of those situations. And yeah, the DA at that time was painting a picture of him in a certain light. Okay, so let me be real. He was denied bond multiple times, so him making bond wasn't a big deal. Okay. He was accused of a crime where he may have fit the MO. Okay, and we know that happens. We know that happens. We do know that happens. Oh, let's see. After a year, it gets dismissed. Okay, and Chris did mention that he did not go to trial, or he didn't go to court for like a whole year. Now see, this is where this happened. It was a police report that he showed in the beginning, Chris, that was from 2015. And this is the report that caused everything, because what he should have been showing was the 2017 paperwork and not the 2015 paperwork. Although that paperwork did mention something about the sodomy and what have you, what I guess the people are trying to figure out is, and this is where the paperwork is coming in from 2017, all of the charges dealing with that alleged rape. But the 2015 situation did not stick. It's going too far to get an alleged rapist off the street. Yeah. I mean,
I think he's asking, is it? And I'm gonna say, like, there's a lot of things that could allegedly happen.
Right.
And this is not taking anything away or speaking directly on this situation, because I'm not the victim, nor I am the person being said that I'm, you know what I'm saying, that I'm the person that caused the crime. But if we're talking about on the battle rec context, not being a lawyer, not digging through dockets, not being an unpaid public defender or any of that, is it overkill when it comes to the culture? The answer is yes. Because even sitting here trying to break this man's case down and you don't have all the files in front of you is doing too much, because you don't have it all. So unless you have it all, then to make to amp up the allegations or to feed the fire, so to speak, is why I mentioned Battle Truth having issues in the past with people saying these things about him, because it happened. I didn't make it up. I didn't bring up his woman. I brought up the situation where he was being alleged that he had a situation or a case against him.
I never had a case against me, ever.
But I brought up when it was done to you in the culture, because it did happen to you. People did bring it up. People were blogging about it. So whether it was valid on their points or not, it speaks to what I'm saying by saying people speaking on things and not having proof.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, I have the indictment papers of the actual case that he refused to give to the people, to show the people the same thing I was saying that he should present while he telling his story. His word just ain't good enough when you coming off being alleged raping 2 different girls. Just saying something out of your mouth ain't enough. Where's the paperwork? Because of course you're supposed to make your story sound innocent when you're trying to be accepted back into the community to make money off of it. You got to understand, he make a lot of money in this community off his channels. So how is it that he should be given that to do that if you got these charges going up against you that you haven't proven yourself to be innocent of? Like, you just milked the whole community. It reminds me of the Tech 9 situation. They hid that this man actually had molestation charges and got $30,000 from the battle rap community on behalf of burying this man with the notion of people believing that something tragically happened to him that was out of his hand, and that people would sympathize and offer what he used to do for battle rap without knowing what actually really happened and what he was trying to escape from. When you milk the whole community with the knowledge of knowing what this man had been charged with, but didn't tell the battle rap community, and milked the people for $30,000, knowing that if they had that knowledge of what happened, they wouldn't have gave that money, knowing that they were supporting a pedophile. Same thing with the Chris Unbiased situation. You're going to milk the battle rap community just because you give a sad story to make people sympathize for who you are when it's an indictment paper against you on 2 young black girls, and you think your word just good enough? No. And here's another thing. My channel ain't just the battle rap channel. My channel talk about everything: life, spirituality, current events, music, entertainment world. I don't just have a battle rap channel. In fact, I can't stand this sometimes when you got people who actually supporting a lot of this stuff that's going on in this community. Nobody being held accountable to the point where you have to accept your responsibilities. Then you get mad at brothers like me and other brothers who get to the heart of the matter of things because so many people just compromise, desensitize, and whitewash. No, I'm not
You
doing
don't have to be. You don't want to.
it.
Someone doesn't have to be upset or mad to disagree, though. I just want to put that out there, because most of the time that notion, that narrative gets thrown around is because someone disagrees with you, that they're mad at you or stand against you. They might just not stand for whatever the situation is at the time. Ergo, why I call it overkill, because for me, I don't need this part of the culture. I stand with you that sometimes the culture can do too much. I don't need this part. If someone's a rapist and they found guilty of rape, then you know the vibes. But am I going to stand with the forks and the pitchforks and the fires and the sticks until it's proven? I'm not. Because
okay,
I know
let me interject, because there was a comment, and I want to go back because Truth, you and now, because Zozo made a comment as far as basically the messenger. Basically, people are mad at the messenger. And then there was another comment by Blade Brown in terms of when, like you said, your channel is about a plethora of things. Right. One being Christianity.
Right.
Now, here's my thing, because I'm not one to judge anybody as far as their faith is concerned. But as a Christian man, some people that have been in these comments and other comments I have seen feel like what you're doing ain't Christian-like in terms of the
Bible that good.
Explain that for me. Huh?
Well, they don't know the Bible that good. First of all, the Bible say death to all rapists. Any man who take a woman by force, let the whole community stone him to death to get rid of that abomination. That's what God say. God take pride in women. He love women. And he also demands that every man respect women. In the book of Malachi chapter 2, God clearly says, a man that do any harm to his woman, I will not even hear your prayers. That's how much God love and honor women and demand that men do the same thing, to the point God won't even hear your prayer if you mistreat your wife. Now, I'm saying this to say this. I am an advocate for female justice. And it's sad to see in this community how many men, you don't see the things that I see sometimes. You probably have. But you don't see the things I see sometimes of what these men say to these women. Like, they got mad at me
all the time.
Right, they got mad at me for saying I didn't stand for Serious Jones, but this man is an admitted pimp out of his mouth that beat.
See, that's the other part. That's the other part, Truth. Now.
That's what I'm saying. He brought that up though. Chris brought that up in his documentary. I didn't stand for Mav. I didn't stand for Serious Jones. I didn't stand for him. What are you talking about? You brothers is accused of abusing and raping women. What's wrong with you? Of course I'm not going to stand for that. Here's the thing.
Some people would look at it as, although they are actively in this, again, serious people know what he does. Math, I can't speak to that. But as far as what Chris is in right now, some people look at the fact that you have stated that in sometime in your life, we just did a show with you about pimping. This was your lifestyle at one point. I'm not saying that you can't be reformed. I'm not saying that, whatever. But at the same time, these are the things that when people...
I never was no pimp.
Huh?
I never was no pimp. Where you get that from?
That's why she had you on the show. That's why she had
the show on pimping. That had nothing to do
right, but she had you on there because that's what she thought.
But if you listen to the interview, we were talking about.
No, I know. No, I listened to it. But my point is that is a stigma that or somebody may have felt. I'm not sure where that came from, but again, that's but going back to the Christian part of it, as you said, this is God's will. But some people would feel when like you said, quoting what scripture says, this is what God says, but vengeance is not ours. And sometimes when we do things, we have to look at what we do in God's name as God's people.
That's definitely true.
So at the same time, there are some things that we can be passionate about, but then there's some things that we have to fall back from because it can look as hatred. And some people, not everybody, but some people may look at this as you being hatred. This can be hatred towards you, towards Chris, opposed to what your plight might be or the purpose might be.
Well, I don't hate Chris. I don't got nothing against a man like that, but I will tell you this. I just stand up for the truth. So a person can take it as hate. The truth is not never even appreciated and liked anyway to people who want to live in lies. I show document proof, legal document proof open to the public of what this man was charged with. And the things that he lied about, I exposed and brought to the forefront. So if you're mad at that and hating me for that, that's on you. But I'm not speaking for Chris unbiased. Neither am I embracing him. I'm speaking for the two girls involved in this situation, and I'm exposing the lie he said to the whole battle rap community that anybody watch that documentary know, like, hold on, brother, this not adding up. And if you lied about that, why should we believe anything you say? Why should we believe it? Okay, let me give you an example. One scene in the documentary, he says this. He was driving with the woman on the way to her house while they was arguing all the way to the house. They get out of the car in front of her house and they still arguing. To the point he got so mad and said, let me leave this girl. Got in the car in the middle of arguing, sat in the car and drove off. I had no knowledge she was out there. Wait, bro, you arguing out there with her. You said you left from her arguing in front to get away from her and drove off. Wait. But this is how she sustained her injuries. As you drove off, you had no idea she was holding on to the doorknob and she fell and hurt her shoulder. But you driving off seeing this in the rearview, but it's so pitch black dark you can't see. Now, the indictment papers I brought forth told a different story. Okay. Told that the girl's statement was she was trying to get out of the car while he was accelerating and she jumped out of the car and sustained her injuries. What sound more truth? See, if you're going to tell the story, tell
right. And I get that. And I can, but again, with him, and that's not making it. See, like you said, that's semantics. Either way it goes, he should have been completely truthful because that paperwork is public record.
Right.
So I'm not refuting that. I'm not refuting that at all. Now, again, it's in a court of law, it's going to be about what you can prove. Yes, she said that happened. And yes, the phone was there. There was a lot of things that I felt like I got where you were coming from, but it's a lot of things that that the pictures that were trying to be painted. I'm kind of sitting here. I'm going to be 100. I'm kind of sitting here like, truth, it can happen. I mean, not saying that he doesn't notice that she's pulling on the doorknob, but I'm just looking at certain situations. Everybody has not been in the same situation. I know I go from 0 to 1,000. So to be honest, I black out. There's certain things that I don't see, certain things that I don't give a fuck about, and certain things he's not going to say this, of course, because again, we know what he's trying to do. So that's understandable. We do know something happened. We do know that, hell, it's counterfeit money involved, if that's true. If it's counterfeit money involved, this girl is mad because basically she feel like you done fucking played her. So if she's me and I basically got counterfeit money from you, we didn't have some sort of relationship, I have some trust in you, and now I'm realizing that, oh, what the fuck? But you took me to my house, or I'm in the car with you, or whatever the case may be. He ain't too mad, and she don't seem, you know what I mean? Like, they're arguing about it. So at some point, somebody got aggressive, is what it sounds like.
Right.
But again, the speculation on what could have happened, like you said, what the paperwork says that she said happened, even with that, how is it proven? So
right, are we
her word against his?
Right.
It's here's the thing. Yeah, you could say that. But at the same time, he told a story. Mm-hmm. And in his telling of his story, it's his story. So we don't know what's true. We don't even know if the girl was a prostitute. We don't even know if the girl actually was selling her cat on
back page.
Right.
If
that was true.
Right.
But what we can tell, a lot of this stuff don't make sense. Like,
right.
And that's where I come in at. Again, my name Battle Truth. I'm not like other bloggers or battle rap thing. My stuff cover a lot of stuff. The majority of my channel is about this type of stuff. This what I love doing. I actually love this type of stuff right here. Especially when you're talking about the injustice, what's going on in the community, when you're talking about what's going on in the black community, and I get on a lot of men cases for not being stand-up dudes in their homes, taking care of their children, loving their women. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? And why so many people I'm gonna say my followers love and support what I do. Now, with that being said, when I'm looking at what's going on and hearing his story, and you got to keep in mind, he painted a picture of me inside his documentary to draw the light off of him and to bring the hate towards me. And why so many people like, truth. Or he 30'd you in his documentary. He did this. I'm like, ain't 30 men nothing. I really don't care. Let's look at these numbers, though, what's being said. You're talking about 2 young black girls. This is a 40-something-year-old man. This is a 20-year-old woman. And talk about that. Now, you speaking, here's the thing I found, and not to say that this is 100% factual, but when you say that you hired this woman off Backpage to perform, I never known a stripper in my whole life, and I used to book some to do shows and things like that too, that ever came and did a show by themselves. Usually the strippers I know that we book to do shows and things like that, they always come with somebody else to collect the money when they dancing, because they can't, be picking up money while they dancing. There's always somebody to collect the money or somebody to have their back in case these situations like this happens and things. So it's so many red flags that come up.
I felt that when you said that too, but the part that, and see, we can go back and forth with stuff like that all day, but for the most part, if you feel like you somewhat in a situationship with this dude and you're trusting him, he got your back. So you do the show because that is the person that's going to be there, that's going to make sure that you're safe.
When your one co-host just said, when watching the documentary, I just had a lot of questions, like how you meet it left a lot of questions for everybody. And this is the question we bring to the forefront.
Right.
How do you meet a woman on Backpage 3 weeks just before the show, and the day of the show, she want to come help you set up the show, but then give you sex before the show, only for you to pay her an all fake money?
But see, because the relationship that they had, they instantly got into a sexual relationship.
That's what he say, though.
Hold on, but what I'm saying, you asking the question,
right?
That's what was said, is that they got into a sexual relationship. Obviously, and again, like you, my name is Truth as well,
right?
And I look at what's not being said, so I'm gonna look at everything,
right?
I'm a left brain,
but this was the thing that got
me. At everything.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Wayne.
So like I said, it was a lot of questions that were asked, you asked, and other people asked. At the end of the day, what I was looking at it as, if there's some type of whatever with them, she asked to set up, they kicking it. It's quite evident, even with the Kiki and the slur and the smoothie shit.
Right.
It was quite evident this was not a 2-week situation. They have been dealing with each other for months.
Right.
That's the part that nobody is saying, though.
Right.
So obviously, with the
repeat.
What
right.
I'm looking, here's the thing.
Because that would hurt. Come on, I'm just gonna say real quick, because that would hurt her storyline too. So I'm not calling her a liar, but for that to come out as in knowing that they would have a previous relationship, that it don't seem so crazy that these were the moves that was being made. It don't seem so crazy, like she said, that she was trusting in the situation. Like it's not as abstract as it can be, depending on what side of the line you speculating on.
What woman do you do? That's a stripper, comes by herself. If you trust the nigga, you're okay to be there by yourself.
Yeah, that's your plus one.
That's the nigga that you know gonna have your back. So see, like you said, you look at things the way you look at them, and you want to advocate, and that's fine. But we women too, and I know all kinds of women. Like you said, I know all kinds of strippers.
I've been about 6 different women
and prostitutes and escorts and everything. I'm just saying, I'm from Cali, you know what I mean? So I know a lot of people who did a lot of different things, but at the same time, like I said, and that's neither here nor there. The information that you were giving, it was just, like I said, people can look at it the way that they were looking at it. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying they're wrong, but I can look at a situation and be like, well, I could see how this could happen. Like you said, with the vehicle. How do you switch cars and keep your debit card in the car? I've done it. So that's why I'm saying, I mean, but if these are people that know each other, so that wasn't so far-fetched for me. That, okay, and now when your co-host said, well, you're a DJ, so you should have a vehicle big enough for that. Like I said, he made a point. Well, why didn't he have his own vehicle? But then again, who's to say that Chris didn't go get him? That's all I'm saying.
Okay, let me ask
the little things that were the semantics. She pulled out all together. It was $60 that was supposed to have been pulled out at the store. She actually used her debit card.
Right.
You had, well, I guess you found that out later, but she actually used her debit card. But the whole time he pulling out money, she pulling out money. He said in his initial documentary that there's several people that he does shows with. These are people that do parties with. These are people that you're trusting. Counterfeit money come through in all forms. Strip clubs, parties like this, these are situations where that's opportune
to have fake money all over the place.
Money coming through. So again, and it's something that I know, not something that I'm assuming.
Speculating on.
That's the only reason I felt like that's semantics. Those don't really make the man guilty, although we know that he didn't tell a true story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that part, we know that part because you put it out there. We definitely know that. And not for nothing, you got a hint that he wasn't saying everything.
Well, the nail in the coffin was, to me, out the gate, you telling us the story of Shannon and that you was arrested on 2017.
Right.
You show indictment papers of rape for 2015, but explaining a 2017 incident. See, that's what really cracked everything open that I brought to the forefront. Because while I'm watching it, and he like, look at this paper. The girl is Shannon. Man, it said 2015. I'm like,
hold on 1 minute, Zozo. Listen, I ain't gotta make up shit but nigga, because don't none of these niggas pay my fucking bills. And I'm never gonna speak on something that I don't know nothing about. It's far-fetched to you. It's not far-fetched to me. But I ain't fit to sit here and tell you the people that I've been around because that ain't what I do.
Right.
But I'm sitting here telling you that shit happens. It's Atlanta, buddy. It's Atlanta. It's a lot of shit that go down that niggas don't know. So I can't say that it's far-fetched. But again, besides all that, his story, her story, we know something happened, but we know the man wasn't truthful. That's all I'm saying, really. That's all I'm saying. I'm just telling the truth. Listen, when he said this and that and the other, I was kind of like, no, bro, but this happened back in the day. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not going to sit here and say that it's far-fetched because it's not. I've seen it done. I've seen niggas who, some dudes don't, some dudes that want to book strippers don't book strippers from the strip club because the strip club takes percentages. And in this case, we know, if anything, the man could very well be a womanizer. He could very well be a womanizer, a finesser. I'm not saying that he's not. What I am saying is that it doesn't have to be, his story didn't have to tell the tale of him and Kiara. Something happened with Kiara that she felt safe enough, if there was a party, she felt safe enough to be at this party with him. She felt safe enough to be in a car with him. 3 weeks, a lot can happen.
But the only thing about that makes that crazy is that he's telling Kiara's story, but saying that it's Shannon.
And that's what I'm saying. That part, no matter what we felt at that very time, when that was put out there, everything went out the window. So It was just like, okay, you know what? That was his fault.
Right. And what's the chances of the two black girls who don't know each other, both accusing the same man of rape? See, it's things like that have to raise awareness. Two young black girls who don't know each other from the same areas, both accusing this same person for rape. Come on now. And then he telling people free and this and that. No, you are on bond. You are still attached to the court. You are still charged with these cases. They ain't gone nowhere. Then it clearly showed 2 rapes, telling you it's 2 persons. And he's talking about, no, it's just 1 person, you know. What are you talking about? You got 2 different individuals at 2 different times. 2 young girls. You over 40, 20 years old. What are you talking about? Like you say, a womanizer? Yeah, I see that. And speculation is a mug. But this is the thing that I do, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, you have to explain this. This don't add up, bro. And you talking about coming back to the community, making all this money from battle rap, just milking the community again. Like, what are you talking about? I don't like your blogs like that to the point that you just get a free walk-in pass when you is accused of rape, sodomy, abuse, robbery. Come on, man. Like, really? You just get access like that? No. That's just crazy. It's not hate. It's like common sense. Like, damn, he don't have to stand for nothing. And like I said, Adi Boom just got blasted for being a snitch for not showing him paperwork. But this man could just walk in.
And that, absolutely. No, nobody, and I'm glad you just mentioned that. Nobody's giving him the benefit of the doubt. However, the court of law says you're innocent until proven guilty. So who the hell am I to sit here and judge this man? I won't judge anybody.
That's crazy. Here's the thing about saying that. It ain't no gray area in these situations. Because if he innocent to proven guilty, then the victims is guilty to proven innocent. It ain't no gray lines in this. If you think he innocent to proven guilty, then the victims are guilty to proven innocent.
And the way I look at things,
I feel like both sides have.
I would never say what he is or is not, but I would never put it past another woman neither. I'm sorry, I'm a woman.
I'm not putting past nothing nobody.
I'm saying that to Zozo. It's like I don't put nothing past no fucking body.
Right.
Because people are trifling in this world. Anytime I've ever trusted, listen, this is why I don't fuck with a lot of women today as friends. Okay, I was raised that you don't have friends, you have relatives at the end of the day. And even my relatives, this is the point. You got to understand, and I understand where you're coming from, but you got to understand, being that you on this podcast, the person that I am. Okay, I didn't have relatives do me dirty. So you think a motherfucker in these streets, to be honest, I'm going to just believe off the rip? I'm not saying that she's not right, that nothing happened. But I'm saying I look at everything. What Truth just said, both of them have to prove. That's just what it is in court. The DA has to prove her case, but Chris got to prove his. But at the same time, the holes in his story, nobody's giving him a benefit of the doubt. As I said initially, what he said, it was heartfelt, but like Truth said, everybody kind of felt like, well, hold on, I did too. I'm not saying that I didn't. But for the most part, what I did say is, well, whatever happened, it's going to come out either way it goes. I'm not sitting on the edge of my seat worried about what's going to happen with this man, because not for nothing, it's a whole bunch of weirdos in battle rap. Shit, I've been here 8 years.
Okay.
First.
Right.
Shit, we didn't have, it was a dude that everybody knew that was so cool that killed his girlfriend's daughter.
Yep.
I mean, like, there's been a lot of shit that has occurred in battle rap. This won't be the first and it won't be the last. Right. It won't be. But at the same time, like you said, he fucked himself up, Chris did, when he was not truthful. So the situation that we have it right now, again, y'all got to understand, I need y'all to active listen. This is not about what truth has exposed. It's about how far do we go with this. That's all I'm saying. Because now when we feel like we have the obligations to certain things, we have to think about what outcomes those may bring outside of battle rap. That's the only part that I'm looking at. It's because for every action, there's a reaction. And because
there's somebody right now
pending, we don't know, you know what I mean? With this particular girl, we don't know what happens when certain information gets put out there. That's right. The thing.
What if someone's doing an hour blog on her right now, about to expose her for all the things that we don't know about her, or one of them? You know what I'm saying? What if there's people out there right now that's going that far to make those moves and that energy to show where they can be seen as untrustworthy? Where this is the type of moves they made before, where a guy comes out and say, "Nah, she got me with fake money one time." Does that now change everything? And refute if she ever came to a party and backed out on a bag, or just got the bag and left with something because she had somebody with her? Like, what happens when all of these other truths come out? Now, are we going to sit back and now say, "Oh no, she lying"? Because nah, like, and it's
in her case, this may be the one time that she actually is telling, you know, that
the whole truth, but the truth. What is she gonna
now?
Now,
Chris's attorney takes that information and uses it.
It becomes her stepping ground. So now she loses her footing on her truth because of her past lies. Like, if we're gonna move like that, like all I'm saying, it's a black. This is why I say it's overkill. Because when you start going down these rabbit holes that can be denied or proven by whomever, depending on who's speaking on your behalf. Because I'm pretty sure Shorty ain't squeaky clean out here. She might have some skeletons in her closet. If somebody's able to,
I can tell my own
to put that information up and present it in such a way that people will listen to, that people will sit there and dissect, beloved, it's not going to look good for her either. So I'm just saying, like, to sit and that's why I say it's overkill, because you can go down several black holes at any point in time to make any story go from a narrative to something that people can question. Once you put a question in someone's mind, like, well, then maybe.
Wait a minute, Charmaine. Morality. Somebody else said integrity. You're right. And just as well as it's a community, it's the morality and integrity of people like us that have this type of platform to look at these different things. How far do you go when basically putting the truth out there? How far does your moral compass allow you to go? Truth for real. I'm a pose something just real with you. If this girl were to do something to herself, not because of you, but because of what happened with, this battle rap community can get gruesome. But now we brought her into our world. And then somebody on the outside sees this, like the story or the scenario that Charmaine brings up, and this girl does something to herself. I said the same thing with Tay Rock the other day. You know what I mean? We know he ain't built like that, but because of what he's going through, what if he can't deal with that? And this man goes and does something to himself. How would we really feel? Like, on some real shit, how would we feel if something were to happen?
So why do people put themselves in that situation then? If Tay Rock ain't built like that, or he can't handle what may be thrown at him, why do he put himself in a situation to actually allow that to happen? Why do he do what he do? But even, let's say even if the girl do got a pass, that still don't take away. You see, here's the thing, Wayne. Also, you are so cute, girl. But here's the thing.
Don't you start with me.
You will. You sexy as hell. Well, let me just say this though. And I'm looking at you. I can't help it. But
You're a mess.
I'm just
go ahead. Say what you're saying.
I'm keeping real. Let me just say this though. It seemed like a pattern here though. And the crazy thing about it is I'm just going off his story. If you do the history of most rapists and things like that, they tend to prey on strippers and prostitutes because they seem like them the ones that people don't really care about. And if it ever come to the forefront, you're more likely to beat it because of their professions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like you say, you look at it like it seems more like a woman out. Here's an older man, he girl, 20, he 40-something years old. You got a pocket full of fake money. You getting sexual favors being done. Then you trying to run game on the girl. And it's like the girl mad because I've been out. Because let's just keep it real too. See, here, and this what I mean by this. This what I do. I can't be apologetic to what I do, but I can't be responsible for some of the things I do. You know what I'm saying? So I get that when it comes to the girl name, but he put the name out there. That's why the people found out, oh, her name is Shannon Smith, because he put the paperwork out showing Shannon. And they found out that her name is Shannon Smith, but then found out that, wait, it's 2 rapes. Telling Kiara's story, but mentioning Shannon. Why he hiding kid anyway? But it seemed like
but there very well could have been a reason, not to the defense of him, but it could have very well been obviously because this situation stems from Kiara. We know this now, but who's to say that he wasn't supposed to even mention her? Who's to say that legally he's not even supposed to? You know what I mean? Who's to say now? What he could have said was, now there are 2 charges or there are 2 victims, and, I can't speak, out front about her. He could have done that too. But again, and we know how Chris can, this was definitely planned. Like I said, I'm not ever going to sit here and make it seem as if he shouldn't have done his due diligence to make sure that the community knew everything. That's not even what this is about at all. He should have done his part. And this wouldn't be, well, I don't know. It might have been more that you felt that you wanted to bring out, but if he would have, I feel like
lies and things that red flag that came up. And that's basically what I did. Like, hold on, this don't make no sense, bro. And then when I got the real indictment papers, it's not adding up. And then when I seen you, look, you showed 2 documents. You showing 2 documents with Shannon's name on it, both saying 2015. Speaking of a 2017 case, though, that we know you got arrested on for rape.
Right.
So how is it that you explaining a 2017 case with 2015 paperwork? So I'm like, okay, you saying Shannon. Then what happens is in that paperwork, you saying that this was a cold case put on you because you were being charged because you fitted the description. But the paperwork clearly saying the victim is pointing you out by name. And saying you did you look, see, that's what I mean by the lies that just so irritating. Because see, you want to play with the people intelligent because you see what's going on with this black and the racial injustice and the police killing the blacks. So people sympathetic right now on these issues and things. But this is a black on black crime. This ain't a black and white thing. This is 2 black girls accusing a black man of raping them, okay? A black man that's twice their age of raping them. Now, with that being said, so it's not a black and white thing. They are alive. They have sworn testimonies. What you did to them, and you manipulating the line to the battle rap community, like, no, they just started throwing charges on me because I fit a description, bro. You are being pointed out by victims. You don't fit a description. They are saying Christopher Gunsby did this to me. They're not saying, well, you light-skinned and you drive a black truck and you had on a blue jacket, so you raped these girls, as though they dead. See, if they was dead, then I see they throw it on you because you fit the description of what might have been said by witnesses who was in the area. But these girls are alive. They see you. When they did a 23 grand jury indictment on this case, 23 grand jurors indicted him on this. You see the difference? Like, ain't nobody really playing them games like that. You see, so that's what I was breaking down. And I use the paperwork that's free for everybody to see. Now I get it may have been a little insensitive on behalf of revealing the other girl who was raped. I get that. I get that. But I was proven to the battle rap community, and it was coming out anyway. It was coming out anyway. They had it. They get. You gotta keep in mind this was given to me by the fans. And it was given to me by the fans, and the fans were giving it to the other bloggers who covering these things. See what I'm saying? My thing is to bring it to the forefront in truth. Like, hold on. You telling a story saying these girls lying, this girl tripping, I don't see why she'd do that, this and that. Bro, making her look like the victim. Wait, you're not even showing the paperwork. Show the charges, bro. But the indictment show the charges. And the girls in the statement saying something entirely, it make more sense in the charges than you pulling off somebody holding the doorknob, with the girl jumping out the car, getting away from you because you allegedly raped her. And that's how she sustained her injuries. That makes more sense. But that's all I'm saying. It's not that I hate him, let me get him. No, we going back and forth. You got to explain this, bro. Then he come back and try to explain it. Well, that don't make no sense, because what about this? Then he go back and try to explain that. See what I'm saying? Because you told the lie from the beginning. And because you told the lie from the beginning.
Grand jury indictment, I mean, okay, indictments, again, it says that something happened. Can you beat an indictment? You damn sure can.
You can, but the possibility is hard, but you can.
The possibilities are definitely hard, but it's not that you cannot.
Not that you cannot. But the thing is, we're looking at two black girls at two different times who don't know each other, accusing the same man of raping them by face, by name. I mean, come on, what's the chances of that actually being false? But anything is possible. See, here's the thing. It reminds me of the O.J. Simpson thing. Well, for the most part, we know that O.J. Simpson may have killed his wife. But since the gloves don't fit, you must
quit.
You can find
we know that, and either way, I don't know that man didn't do that, but I don't know that he didn't have. I don't know that he didn't know something about it or didn't hide it. Because here's the thing: if we're gonna bring that up, let's bring Michael Jordan's father up. We know why that happened. You don't think that man didn't know why his father was murdered?
You believe the gambling story that he owed him money?
I would. I have 3 uncles that are NFL players. Of course retired, but of course I do. That shit happens every day.
I always found something wrong with that picture that he owed money when this Michael Jordan, anything he owed, wouldn't he have enough money to pay it? I
don't feel like he owed it. See, and that's the other part. I ain't even gonna go into all that.
I never heard it. Go ahead.
I don't feel like he owed it. I feel like he was pressed to do something that he was supposed to do and reneged. Is what I feel, because the gambling game is something serious. This shit is fixed. I mean, and I have my theory on it.
Right.
But I don't really want to speak on that. But I definitely don't feel like he lost it. I don't think it had to do with him losing a gambling debt. Like you said, the man got plenty of money. He could have definitely paid that. I just feel like it was something else. I don't feel like it had to do with that. I feel like it had to do with gambling, but not
him to the point where you Michael Jordan, you dominate the basketball so crazy you could determine who win and who lose. So take a fallback player. You know what I'm saying? Or
that's what I feel.
Okay.
That's what I feel.
Okay.
That's exactly what I feel. Because you would be surprised. But anyway, like I said, anything can happen in these situations. Like they said, with indictments, with a rape case, it's different. It is definitely different. There has to be that information there. But again, like I said, because I'm not a judge, I'm not a jury, I don't look to try to figure out this case like that. That's just too much of my time and energy. And I'm not saying that you're wrong for doing that.
Right.
What I'm saying is that like I said, and I keep saying for everybody, is the fact that in this situation, looking at the repercussions of actions that can be taken after the fact. You know what I mean? Yes, we know that Chris lied, and at that point in time, I had to throw my hands up and be like, "Well, God damn it, why did you do this and you didn't tell the truth about that?" I think everybody said that, but now you look like the boy that cried wolf, and whatever happens after that is what happens. That's his burden to have to bear that.
Yeah, because you know the thing that got me, when every charge he got charged with, he had some lame excuse to justify. Like, you charged with assaulting her, getting her injury. So, this how she got an injury. I'm pulling off in the dark. She had the doorknob. I ain't know she hit her shoulder. You charged with raping her. Oh, well, I ain't raped her. We had a thing going on, and one thing led to another, and she gave me some. Oh, you charged with you charged with robbing her. Well, I didn't really rob her and take her phone. What happened is she got out the car and I drove off and she left her phone in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about one.
And that was probably why she came back. I mean, again, even if that were true, okay. So even if that were true, whatever happened, she could have been swinging on that man. And he said, "You know what? Fuck that. I'm leaving." But here's the part that I'm listening to. The fact that you're in the house, you drove this woman home. She's saying that they didn't get to a house. But the fact that you drove this woman home or whatever, the trusting factor enough right there, the trusting factor to have got your ass in the car with this man, to have been at a party by yourself with this man, you felt like you knew this man enough. Now, the rape part of it, let's understand. It doesn't mean that they didn't have to, that they couldn't have a relationship. Motherfuckers got to realize in real life, you can rape your wife if she told you no.
That's true.
So I'm looking at it as something happened. Something happened, obviously. But the relationship part, and when she may say that they did something, and when they did, might be two different things. He probably was trying to, and it ain't funny, but he probably was trying to push himself on her when she realized that she had fake money, and he probably, the womanizing person in him, was probably trying to digmatize her to get her mind off of it. And she like, "No, nigga, I want my bread," and whatever happened. All I'm saying is that obviously there was something that happened.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But the only thing that's crazy about this is his story. His story. It may not even be true. Because he's so stupid on what he did. You telling your own story and shooting yourself in the face telling your own story. Like, you messing up your story. You figure if I'm telling my story, it's gonna be good to the point where I'm covered. You're telling a story about your situation, and the story you telling don't even make no sense. And it's your story. We ain't even got their story. But guess what? He do. He got that paperwork. That paperwork tell their story. He don't want nobody to see it. But that's the paperwork we bring into the forefront to so I don't give a damn about Chris. I'm gonna show the battle rap community that paperwork and let them see. Then you can come up with your own conclusion of what you think. But the paperwork, he got it. He don't want to show nobody. He just rather y'all listen to him and believe what he say, which is the problem with me. Show the paperwork. If you innocent, like you say you is, he's not going to show it though. But that's the document that we've been showing and bringing forth, showing the people. And then people come up with their own conclusion. But I definitely believe, just for time's sake, that being a little bit more wiser on how to do things. But I'm not going to stop exposing him on this thing until I feel that it's been done the way that I covered what I need to be covered. So when I leave it alone, I covered it all. I don't care. Chris ain't no different than when I had to do this on Tay-Rock, when I had to do this on Tech 9, when I had to do it on anybody. It's battle rap. Somebody else going to be the news next week. And I'm going to cover that too of what I do, So he the news right now for this week. So here's what it is.
I mean, Zozo, you're saying to address the sodomy. Nigga, it's sex. What you mean address it? Listen, you got to understand, this might be your first time over here. I don't talk like that. And I'm kind of a prude when it comes to certain things. But I think we all know what sodomy means. So in the act of having sex, whatever he was doing, trying to push himself on her, that's, you know what I mean? I'm not saying, and I guess you mean with the he explained that, Chris explained that, and I mean, I think Battle Truth can agree. Whether now because of her age, that could have been why. We don't know, but I think at this point we know that there were no children involved, unless you look at her as being, because of the age difference, as being a child. But I mean, I don't really think that there's too much to kind of explain there. We know that something happened. I just, you know what I mean? How it happened, when it happened. Those are the things that I'm not going to sit here and try to wrap my mind around. The man did not tell the truth in the beginning. We know this. Am I going to make excuses for him? I am not, because at the end of the day, you should have, if you were going to tell the story, you should have came out and tell the story the way it happened. And even if you left shit out, the fact that you know that your shit is public record and anybody can get it, you set yourself up for that failure. Can't nobody, I mean, that's not the argument here. That's the title of this show was Overkill or Not. And I think we've kind of explained our side, and Truth understands where we're coming from with that. That I think that was really it. Because, you know, as you said, you do a variety of things. This is not something that I didn't expect for any media outlet to speak about. But at the same time, the information that you were getting, that, and it's not even just about you, anybody, we have to look at, because everybody is wrong. We just as well as we want this man to be accountable for his actions, we have to be accountable for ours. And the way we deliver things, the way we unfold things, the way we put things out here, showing the fact that yes, somebody did something, and like you said, he's trying to make it seem like this one case when it was actually two. Nothing wrong with that, because that's what the people should have known. That's what he should have put out there. For whatever reason, he didn't. So now it's out there, it's being told. But I mean, I don't want to keep, for the sake of not being redundant, I think I've kind of already explained that, and I got to go to work in like an hour and a half. So basically, I think that that's really, like I said, for us, it was the overkill part was just there. Just looking at it, like when I can just remember when I was watching you last night, and I was just like, ugh. I was kind of like, God damn it. Stop right there. Just don't do that. Just stop right there. Because again, my mind went to, Jesus, if he get this girl on here, it could hurt her. It ain't the fact that, oh, I don't want you to expose. I'm looking at it as this could hurt her, depending. She's 20. You see what I'm saying? She's 20 years old. She ain't even been in the world long enough to know what the world is. You get on a show, not that you would try to trick her into anything, but trying to help her can hinder her, because she may not know no better. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. So you don't think I should bring her on to tell her story?
Huh?
So you don't think I should bring her on to tell her story?
I feel like you should wait. I mean, what's the difference? I feel like here's the thing. You said out your mouth. Now, Chris Petty and a few other people actually said that this case is not going to trial. You said it was going to trial.
Yeah, I don't know why they saying that. That is so terrible to say that when I clearly showed the document that they're in pre-trial right now. The only reason why he ain't in trial right now, COVID is covering up the courtrooms. COVID is, man, you know what I mean?
But here's the thing. If they go to trial, though, this is the confusing part right here. When you actually said that when Chris mentioned about your blogs and different people's blogs, they're using them against him, you don't think his attorney will bring this? If she's doing the wrong thing.
But if she come on, depending on what she said, yeah. But when he say they using our blog to use against him, he lying. He just said that to make the battle rap community get up to be quiet, to take the light off him because he hated. He just want a clean walk in with no problem, get back to making money again. That's all he wants.
And I feel you on that. But again, we can't say that didn't happen, because it happened.
It didn't happen because you got to think about, we only covering covering what already been addressed in the courtroom, because that's the only knowledge we have. That's the only knowledge we know. We don't know Chris personal to bring up something that he did that they don't have no knowledge of. So yeah, they're not going to use none of. Okay, when he said
they can use it as character, they can use it as character assassination. They can.
No, they can't use it as character assassination because it's the charges y'all charged him with. We just cover. Look, we covering it like anybody else doing it. But here's
but it just depends on the manner and what they're speaking about. They can use.
Think about this, Wayne. When he said that, he lied, because first of all, when you get arrested, you got 48 hours to 72 hours to see a judge and stand before a judge. He even admitted it out his mouth when he was arrested. They didn't give him no bond. It had nothing to do with nothing, because we didn't find out he was locked up till a week later.
And like I said, in the state of Georgia, I did say that earlier, in the state of Georgia, and that may be where the 2015 case came in. If you're a repeat offender or an aggressive offender or something to that degree, they won't give you a bond. So I don't even but like I said, I don't know for sure. So I'm just telling you what I heard beforehand. But you know what? I have to get ready to go.
Okay, thank you.
But I appreciate you, and like I said, I'm glad we could clear that up for you.
No doubt. I thank you for giving me the opportunity to do that and showing me every time I come on your platform.
Anytime.
No doubt. Take care.
All right. All right, y'all. So next week we'll be back. We appreciate y'all. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. Salute.